Okay, what up ladies and gents, it is your favorite Asian robot right here. We will be beginning shortly because today what I'm going to go through is, after I posted the update to the veteran build yesterday, several people have asked how exactly they should be using Deadshot because of the stamina drain. So I figured that what I can do for you guys is actually do a stream demonstrating the use of the build that I posted yesterday and how it can actually be utilized together with Deadshot to achieve best results. So let's get going. Time to show how we roll with Deadshot. Okay, boom. It's done. It's done. Hey, Chris. We have a lot of Chris's here, I just realized. Boom shakalaka, all that's done. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, good-o, good-o, good-o. What a lovely morning. Okay, let's get into the veteran. Right now, going into my own stream room as I always do. Okay, now today will be a longer stream where I cover all this because, once again, I'm sure that many people have had a little bit of difficulty adjusting to the new norm, but we should be able to do it with fairly little difficulty. So let's get this party started. This is the wrong app. I was thinking to myself, why isn't my YouTube app going to my stream? And I was like, this is the wrong app. That was my YouTube Studio. Can't access from Studio. We went to my channel and we pull it up. Okie dokie. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already, yeah? And let's get started. So just to preface, you know, as it's properly pronounced, this whole stream, what I'll be doing is actually applying the whole tree that I showcased yesterday. I mean, you can apply a variety of weapons to this. There's no real right or wrong. And what we are aiming to do is basically enhance the viability of Deadshot. Because Deadshot drains your stamina, which can... Hey Vicky, what's up? And welcome new subscribers. Deadshot drains your stamina. So because it drains your stamina, one of the biggest issues with Deadshot is learning how to use it appropriately in the field without completely compromising your team. This can be both easy and difficult depending on what you are willing to give up and what you're willing to do with it. So I think that the best way to showcase how this is used is if we were to switch it over and to apply, say, the Recon Last Gun version, which involves Shock Trooper. Alright, and we take away this little toughness boost here. It has the lowest survivability, but theoretically it is one of the strongest choices that you can have. So that's a thing. I'm sorry, this version of the gun is gone. This version of the gun is what we have. Alright, so even with a rapid fire gun, it is theoretically possible to abuse the power of Deadshot and use it for some seriously devastating attacks. Again, some people don't believe this is true, but, well, it actually is. Regardless of what people might think, I am here to showcase the truth. And nothing but the whole tooth. I really like this curio. I'm actually gonna buy it. Because that is a nice curio. That is a very nice curio. I'm going to change the perks on it.
Do try not to get yourself killed.
Mark 6 is good. Don't get me wrong, I love the Mark 6, but the Mark 2 is a bit more consistent right now, which is why I've been applying it.
Let the work begin.
In terms of ammo efficiency, both are equally ammo efficient, but the Mark 6 has a bit more fall off because the Mark 6 is now being peddled as the close range damage option, which is great in my opinion, but it theoretically causes issues.
Complete.
So what I am attempting to do with my current build is to adjust it so that the Mark II works well with it. I mean, we're just gonna hop straight into an Auric Damnation. I don't know if there's anybody on in my server right now, but I'm gonna try it out anyway. Alright, we'll hop into an Auric Damnation. We'll demonstrate how this works. Thank you for 7 likes, guys. Please keep hitting the like button. I would be very, very grateful if you did. Please keep slapping that like button for me, okay? Hey, Wild Hunt, good to see you. Okay, looks like there's people around on my server, so we're dropping in right now.
Reports indicate some sort of demonic infestations involved. Purge it and get that smelter online. The Lehman Rust is produced at HL17.
But yeah, for the most part, Mark 6 is mostly used, so don't get me wrong. A lot of people prefer the Mark 6. I just use the Mark 2 because it's a bit easier to control. Okay, I know where we are. So like with this one, right, this is the Mark II, I can still burn out a Mauler real easily, and that is without even focusing on his head. A lot of people believe that like things like Onslaught are important. You actually don't need to even rely on it. As you can see, it's still pretty ammo efficient. All you really have to do is, you know, where you can. You can even hip fire it without worrying too much. Yeah?
System ready. Please proceed. I am not as functional as I was.
That leads us down. Kill. That's it, 6-6, kill. Close and kill.
This mutant. This way.
Like so. Yeah, you can run this with the recon. It's just, it's always good to have Survivalist. Survivalist is a core talent simply because of how effective. It's just so effective at giving you back ammo, and even in hordes, if I want to spam gunfire into it, I'm still relatively ammo efficient because I can just go for headshots. This is why I use the Mark II, because like I said, it's much easier to control if you have to spam into heads, which is not always the easiest thing to do. Some people find it tougher to spam into heads. I don't. Because if you use the Mark II as compared to, say, the Mark VI, the slightly better damage fall off. Now, it's only slight, but it can really help you take out targets at a distance, and also trigger Infernus really well, causing you, even if you don't kill the target, because of the number of crits that you can do, thanks to, like, say, Headhunter, it is very easy, in fact, to see, burn them out. So even if you don't kill them directly, with good headshots, you can actually take out mutants, poxhounds, pretty much everything, and without losing a single bit of hit points. You still don't, you still will consume quite a bit of ammo. It's not really as good as, like, say, the unlimited ammo consumption last gun build, which is, you know, very, very powerful indeed, but it sacrifices a lot of defensive stats and skills like that. I choose not to because I do not want to sacrifice any defenses at all. It makes no sense for me to sacrifice defenses for offense, so this is why I'm using it in this particular style. Like when you need Deadshot, right? When I need my Deadshot to trigger, I will spam like that. Then when I no longer need Deadshot, I'll hip fire for a bit. And this allows me to guarantee Inferno stacks, like so.
Close! Kill! And do it again!
Pray for mercy, trucker!
Agents, I have a shield!
Do your weapons, stretch your hands! Hold these hands!
And just like that, I've spammed so much gunfire, I still have like 700 shots. So realistically speaking, even with Deadshot in a build like this, you don't really run out.
Drop that bastard down!
How's that pride of yours?
I need no help from you.
Yes, the Bleed Zealot build will come out by tomorrow or today. It depends on my work schedule because actually I did not know that my mom had stuff to do today, so it may come out tomorrow instead. Instead, I may do a veteran training video today instead, just to assist with the transition to this change. But yeah, I will have it out very soon, either by tomorrow or so. I do apologize for the delay. It's genuinely just because I forgot about some of my family stuff as well. So I have to structure when I choose to do stuff. Okay, we are literally maxed out on ammo. I literally cannot get more ammo even if I wanted to.
Leave none alive!
There's one dead. There'll be more.
Trevor! Kill it fast!
Burning out.
Affirmative!
Put in rust.
Now with Deadshot you can still run, or you can still regain stamina or dodge at 0 stamina. Sorry, you can still dodge at 0 stamina, and regaining stamina is fairly quick. But just remember to balance in between. This is why I like the Recon Last Gun on this, because if you balance between, well, if you properly balance between your hipfire, your headhunter, and all that, it is actually fairly easy to remain very ammo efficient, as you can see right here.
If you can breathe, you can kill!
It does give you a whole bunch of variety and viability. I just realized I called viability variety.
Kill!
Oh, medical station.
And now the trapper is gone.
Faster!
The fox first is dead.
Commence Medicaid.
Medical station.
Kill shot! The killing never ends!
So just remember to alternate between, like, say, when you have to kill a distant target and you're not sure you can hit their heads, just go for your Deadshot. This will guarantee crits, which will save you ammo. Alright, so then here, where I know I can guarantee headshots, but maybe I also want to use Deadshot a little bit, I will aim with Deadshot, aim for the head.
Gunner! Take them out! Where's Gunner?
So even if I were to restore my ammo right now,
Ammo! Red Gunner!
it's You can see this is the exact same build that I was showcasing yesterday. No trouble, no problems. Very straightforward and easy. By the way, thank you guys so much for liking the stream. Keep liking. Alright, I want to see 10 more likes on the stream if possible. It'll really help me out. And make it so more people can discover how awesome we are. Oh, come on. Homie really turned into me, huh? Alright. Remember that every crit sets these guys on fire, so... That Lenistus could have just, like, literally grabbed that ammo crate if he wanted to. Oh well. Now, against Crushers, you probably do not want to apply too much of your recon last gun. It's not a wise decision. This is where some may struggle a little bit. That's okay. You can still deal with most of these targets really fast. And if you grab the stamina regen talent like I recommended, it's actually really easy to do well. So, you'll see that my ammo remains very high. Even without taking any big ammo packs, none of that. All you really want to do is go for headshots, which again, very easy with this particular recon last gun. And you're good. Yeah. All Ogren builds are helpful. To be honest, most Ogren builds are very helpful. It's just all about how your team plays, how you play with your team, things like that. It's hard to really give an overall judgment, Matt. The only reason why is because there are a lot of different situations that can alter the performance of a build, so there's no one true answer. Shield Ogrins are well known for doing well for their team and such. Excuse me, but again, you know, all of this is like dependent on the teams you get. In some regions, the Orc teams are not as good, so it can really depend on your region as well. In some of the regions, the Orc teams are so good that, like, even terrible builds, like, some people are like, oh, you can do whatever you want. So it really just depends on your server region, time you play, stuff like that. There's a lot of factors to determine how good it is, but in general, assuming a competent team, almost any Ogren build, such as a shield build, all that kind of stuff, is perfectly viable because it tends to work and help your whole team do well at what they're supposed to do. Like, being able to taunt and hold points is good, but just make sure not to block the shots of your veteran, because it can be very difficult for the veteran to do what they're supposed to do if their shots are blocked. So just be aware of that. That's usually one of the things that I'll tell Ogrins. Please try not to block me, because as long as you don't block me, I can do my job, and you know, I'll rip and tear opponents for you. Specials like that, all these guys, they're all gonna die. See how easy it is for me to just shoot out specials? Wow.
When you see it, burn it to ash.
The trapper is dead. Make ready. They are
Affirmative. Get them dead. Right here, start now. Rock slider.
I will protect you, simpleton!
Stay down.
Run, big man. Break on her. Onto the next one, please.
A lot of build viability tends to depend, like, on how it's played. Like, this is high intensity shock troopers. but I'm making it look like a regular damnation because, like, I know what I'm doing with this build, and my team is also very good. So there's little chance of us suffering too much. As long as, like, me as the veteran, I'm doing my job, my team is usually in a good space too.
Get with the unit! I want to hear them scream!
Hey, BVS, what's up? I've been literally picking up small ammo boxes this entire time, like that's all you need. Are good Ogryns rare? Not really. There are plenty of good Ogryns that I've seen at least. And I quite enjoy their presence. I've met good Ogryns as well, so no, it's not that it's rare, it's just that there are few Ogryn content creators, or so I've been told. I mostly focus on Zealot, the Psyker, and Veteran, because I've already, with 3 classes, it's already hard enough for me to keep up. No problem, man. That's why I'm happy to showcase like how to cope with Deadshot, because not a lot of people know how to use it. So like, for example, if you're using the Recon Last Gun, this is my exact build that I'm using right now. It's an Auric Damnation. We're in high intensity shock troopers, and this build will work just fine. Like, even with Deadshot, you can see my stamina draining, but it works beautifully.
Give them the Alcasican double tap!
Righteous duty!
That was a rather awkward corner. The only big problem with Ogryns is when they stand in front of you. That's the one thing I can't stand the most. Like, I really don't need them in front of me. So try to avoid standing in front of your teammates. If you're gonna taunt them, bring enemies away from your team. Don't, like, while staying in coherency with your team, please bring enemies away from your team. I do not want anybody near me because it affects my shots as a veteran. Yeah, the stamina cooldown reduction is basically all you need. Like, once you have that, you're pretty much okay. And because you don't need ability cooldown, although your ability cooldown will be affected, like, it'll be a little bit longer. Sometimes that 1 or 2 seconds can seem really long, but in actuality, once you get used to it, it's you find that it's quite a short time. In fact, you will find the timing quite short. Oh dear. You see, that Zealot basically nearly cost us the run right there. Because he chose to be absolutely useless and stray from the team. So that's usually not something you want to do. You want to try and avoid that as much as possible, because the more that you fail to stick with your teammates, the more that you try and take independent action that is not a smart idea, the more that you're going to cause. Oh my god! This is why, like, you gotta move quickly. This is very bad. I just run 1 stamina cure. You don't need more. Like, the big problem is that you can't, like, that guy, because he's always away from the team. This Zealot is the world's worst Zealot. You don't ever stay out of position as the Zealot. The Zealot needs to be with the team.
I'm glad we shared this moment.
Enough of that. My gratitude.
If you are a trash tier Zealot who doesn't stick with the team,
There's no need for show off.
this is what we allow. Here, what you want to do is you want to advance. You do not want to stay back and waste time.
He's right. Hand kill confirmed.
Okay, done. So the reason I run one stamina cure is that one is more than enough. Especially if you run stamina regeneration perks, you will be fine. So as long as you run stamina regeneration perks, you'll be alright.
One more to go. It's a big one.
Okay, now.
Follow me. Mutate! Heal on the big mutate.
Not just a fanatic, also a maniac.
Okay, good.
Follow me.
That's it. Smelter's ready to go. Hit the restart.
Enemy incoming.
Okay. Good. Coherency is life. Anyone who fails that cannot handle it. Do not be a failure. Remember that, guys. It's very important to not be an absolute failure.
Taking back down.
Dragon, I have a shield.
Under fire.
There you go. Just remember that failing even once can put you completely from a victory into a loss. So you want to be very careful. By the way, hey Mix, just saw your message.
Sector down.
So yeah, with this build, just make sure that you guys are... Like, you use your Deadshot when you've got stamina. When you don't, just hip fire. You can crouch, hip fire, and still hit heads fairly easily, which will still save you plenty of ammo, alright? And allow you to even use your Recon last gun to mag dump against Poxwalkers. As real... Well, I mean, this is not a smart idea, but hey, it can be helpful for your team in some situations. I just don't recommend doing it often. When you have the stamina and you want to mag dump into, like, say, a Mauler or something, so you can get those crits going, do it. Together with Deadshot, and then you can shoot normally as well.
For the Emperor.
I tend to use my ability whenever I'm reloading, stuff like that. Give me a bit of breathing room, finish the reload, and then you carry on. As you can see, the ammo is far from infinite, so do make sure that you conserve your ammo where possible, if necessary, yeah?
Affirmative.
Oh, there we go, nice one.
Grenade out. Right.
Cover me while I reload.
Take shelter. That looks exhausting.
No. High wounds is only for Martyrdom Zealots. So Martyrdom Zealots are like the tanky Zealot build, which I have, which is designed with a lot of wounds because you're benefiting off the keystone called Martyrdom.
Couldn't ask for a cleaner
Otherwise, most people don't. It's actually because the green Recon last gun is a tiny bit more efficient than the Vlad. For distances that are about 50 meters away or more. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. You can actually run either. You can run the Vlad if you want. Huh. FF Sky. That is very disappointing. Remember, if you're the Zealot and you play like that guy, whoo, you are gonna screw your whole team. Also, we are up to 15 likes. Thank you guys very much. We have 40 viewers though. Can we get like maybe 20 more likes if like any 20 of you have not liked the stream yet? All right, hit those likes. Let's get ourselves to 35 right now. If we can get 35 likes on the stream, I would be very grateful. It would help my stream just rocket out to so many people. Why does this matter? Because the way the YouTube algorithm works, right, is that the more people that like a stream, the more it promotes the stream out to people who've never seen the stream before. So hit that like button if you can. All it takes is just close the live chat for a second, hit the like button, come back in. That's all you got to do. It's really helpful. Thank you. We just hit 20 likes. If we could just get another 20, or well, in fact, you know what? If we could just get another 10, I'd be very grateful. Thank you, Board Scope. That's the way, man. Keep hitting that like button. Hey, Phil. How's the Cadian doing? Oh, man, it's you. You're early today, troll boy. Okay, back in the timeout box you go. Yeah, good to see our resident troll here as well. That means my stream is getting good and everybody is worried about it. Good. Now, let me just quickly type this. My dad's going out shopping, so he's just letting me know. I know, right? He's way more religious. Gotta love this guy. Thank you, Darren. I'm so glad you were born an absolute asshole. You're a wonderful man. Now, we are up to 23 likes. Keep that button going. 25, thank you so much. 5 likes away from 30. Aw, that sounds pretty bad, man. I hope your hand recovers soon, Neo Luna. Being away from video games is something I could never do, so listen, I'm just happy that you have a place to hang out, relax. Keep off that hand, though. You know, I hope that that hand gets better soon so you can get back to purging heretics. But, you should try the Recon Lasgun, dude. Because, you see, the build that I'm running is the exact same one I showed yesterday. Frag grenades, it doesn't require much effort. So it's really easy to just hold down a button, especially because we don't use anything like sustained fire or whatever. Yeah, I understand. So if you cannot click a lot, right? What you should try this. Now again, you can use the Vlad if you want. You don't have to use the Mark II. I'm just using the Mark II because like I said, it's just that little bit of extra distance that I get on it compared to the Vlad. Now the Vlad is still a great choice, don't get me wrong. Okay, nobody here should get me wrong on that. The Vlad is one of the top choices that everybody uses, so please do use it because it is very strong. But sorry, I'm just trying to find the Vlad that I just got. Oh man, it's trash. Okay, it's going in the bin. But yeah, the Mark II is pretty good because you don't have to focus on it that much. It's very stable as well. That's why even with a score of just 65 stability, you can actually hip fire and accurately hit the heads, therefore triggering Headhunter, which doesn't need you to ADS. All right, so this is why specifically I'm using this. You couple it with the Talon build, you got your Shock Trooper and all that. Go for the heads, bang, 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 bang. You can just spam fire and, you know, most things will die. Even an Auric Damnation level, which is what I'm doing right now. Just give me a second to quickly finish typing this up and we'll go in for another run. Thank you guys so much for liking the stream. You guys are a freaking fantastic audience. Literally cannot be beaten. We're up to 27 likes already, 3 away from 30, up to 40 viewers. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Best audience in the world. All right, nobody better. Ain't nobody better than you. Hey, Lufan, what's up? Recon, what's up, my dude? Okay. All right. So again, you know, just to prove that there's no bullshit, no hanky-panky going on, and I like doing this on the stream. So for those that are just coming in, this is the same build I posted yesterday, the exact same build, no differences. All right, you would have seen this. Oh shit, I should also go and rectify that thing. Sorry, I just remembered. Somebody messaged me yesterday saying that the veteran build, the crack grenade one, is the same as the frag grenade one. I'm just gonna very quickly check on that. Make sure that it's actually settled, because I don't want them to suffer. Oh yeah, the crack grenade one is the same as the frag grenade. Ugh. Okay, wait. I'll go to the build editor and just clear that. Class veteran. Crack grenades. Sorry, this will just take me a second to just rejig. Mission. Luckily, I'm fast at this. Yeah, sudden reminder of all this kraup. Then here, gun gets hot. Toughness, health, stam. Toughness, gunner, stam. Toughness, gunner. Stam, where's stam? Oof. Sorry guys, it will just take me one more second. What graphics card I got? RTX 3080. And Revolver, if you want to see me go Revolver, sure. After this next one, I can happily show the Revolver. I'll show the Recon Last Gun one more time, and then I'll happily show the Revolver. I will demonstrate all of this because ideally, I just want to show you guys how all this stuff is done, why it's good the way it is, and why I utilize all these lovely, lovely perks. Okay, there we are. Crack grenade version of the ideal voice command. Okay. Veteran build. It is now set to use Deadshot since accelerating takedown. They're showing what you need. Okay, almost done. Get the video link so that people can copy it. Boom. Boom. Save build. View build. Yep. Okay, perfect. Share this build link. Copy the link. And then edit my description and post it. Okay. Done. Thank you for putting up with that. Now, let me see what the question is. There are never dumb questions, by the way. Ask away. What is the highest base rating for a given curio? The highest base rating for a given curio is about 79. This will allow you to get 3 stamina, 17 toughness. I think it's around 79/80. That should be the highest base possible. If I recall correctly, let me just check, because I've got some that have the highest possible rating, although they may not be the greatest of cures. Yeah, 80 should be the highest, if I'm not wrong. 17 max health, that nobody cares about. Why do we even have a 17 max health one? Get thee gone. Yeah, I should have 1 or 2 that has that exact max. Oh man, I think my veteran doesn't have any. That has the true max, yeah. Okay, shame. But yeah, the highest is around 80, which you will see on like some of the wound curios, like +1 that I had earlier, yeah. 80 is the highest. Okay, let's go. Once again, I've already shown you guys that this is the Recon Last Gun build. There's no changes, nothing whatsoever. Same Recon Last Gun, Auric Damnation, let's go. I don't know, Neo Luna. For me, ever since that patch,
Up in one of the spires. Not sure what's
I have not been able to play on high settings. I set it down to low, just turned my FSR on, and I went with that. I think it's mostly to do with DLSS. No problem, Board Scope. Happy to answer. I'm always here for the community.
Getting to the complex means accessing the hangar ventilation system.
When the fighting starts,
Okay, this is just a normal high intensity, I suppose. We have 2 bots in this one, Ogren. Alright. Hey, what's up, ASD? How's it going?
Security's locked down, but you
Okay.
can disable the worst of it.
Now, once again, at the opening, what you probably want to do... Now, because this one doesn't feature the strong use of the crack grenades, if you find that you have annoying situations, you can just deal with it using some frag grenades to knock them off. The only one you really have to sweat about is the Crusher, because unlike with the Revolver, now I'll demonstrate the Revolver after this, but you don't have the same level of... Oh, hey.
Enemy horde closing on our position.
Oh, meeting some more fans today. That's nice.
Big surprise coming right up.
Jab shot gunner. Confirmed.
The holy militarum sends them
You always rely on the guard, priest. Stealth
Now, because you want to get as many crits as possible, I basically will save up stam until I need Deadshot, like against a target coming in like that.
Eliminated.
Then I'll use my Deadshot to make sure that I get my ammo back. This keeps you very ammo efficient, allows you to pull off the same kind of thing that I'm doing. So it's, although the build does carry you, it's also technique. Like, you'll notice that I'm not just willy-nilly ADSing all the time and wasting stamina. I'm actually shifting between so that I can maintain my stamina, or oops, for emergency situations,
There is only one.
and at the same time still getting what I need. Ah, there's nothing crazy about that, man. You should be watching the top Parker, eh?
Affirmative.
If you didn't watch me for hours after playing for hours, I'd be sad, bro.
Not one step back.
But thank you for watching me for hours. I appreciate it. I cock and appreciate it. Take it. It does shred indeed, and it's very ammo efficient. After all that gunfire, I still haven't taken a single ammo drop. I've given it to other people. So just remember that this is what you can do. And this is why I built it in this way, because I knew it was highly efficient.
Check your gear.
The higher you go, the better it is.
Okay, they want to try it. They want to try going for a penance. I'm okay with that.
Slam hook confirmed down. Medicaid station.
Medicaid station, fully functional. How may I serve?
Gunner!
Alright, grenade out!
Gunner sighted.
Red gunner!
Red gunner!
Of course, the boss comes in. Now keep in mind that with bosses, you may have a little bit more of a struggle Alright, try to go for the head as much as possible, and certainly don't waste ammo. So, with Ogryns like this, especially with the Plague Ogryns, if you go for the head, you can not only get plenty of damage on it, but you do plenty of crits as well. So you can use that and still do fair monstrosity damage, even with a recon last gun. Again, it's not the strongest possibility, but
Ogryns rocking up the kill! Strongest, toughest, meanest!
Come, Templar!
How will we find it straight? Press up there! Enemy are in cover!
The trapper is dead!
this guy, I'm not quite sure why he didn't do his penance just yet.
Let's get to the killing!
It should have been easy for him to do it just then. Of course, as long as it's a build that I made, man, it'll always work. There's no Asian robot build that doesn't work in the highest levels of gameplay. That's entirely my bad. There we go. The 90% accuracy I actually managed to do it, but it's mostly done with revolvers. That one can be pretty hard to do. But yeah, like I said, I did mine with revolvers. Never take melee damage was also done in the past. It was a lot easier. It used to be.
Heal your wounds, Templar!
Medical station fully functional.
It's a pity we can't kill the heretics twice.
So I have often thought, but never feared. There's plenty of the blackguards to go around.
Yeah, but when I enjoy doing something, I want it to last. You waste to let them slip away too soon.
Aye, such is the
There we
spirit
go.
behind a great many interrogations. Ye and I must link our purpose elsewhere.
Yeah, it's for health damage. So, yeah, it is still how it works. So, you just have to never take a hit to your health, but it can be a bit difficult depending on your skill level.
Close and kill! Big nuclear kill!
This everything. Where you want it?
One done! Look there!
Do you want to make something of it?
Getting close!
Just keep fighting!
Where did the sniper even shoot me from?
You were tough.
Hold your
That sniper was illegal. Where the heck did he even shoot me from?
Get them dead! Right here, right now!
You need to get that door open.
Close it! Get in there! Make them scream! Drag shotgunner!
Red shotgunner!
There we go. That sniper was literally stream sniping. I swear to God, you couldn't even see him. He just shot me through a wall. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, you literally can't exactly beat wall hacks.
Transmitter should be inside soon. That's where you're going.
Down to the hell!
We got fourth, Pinterest!
Stand ready! Hoarding command!
Shoot in front. Hitting armor.
The crane!
That's the trapper, John!
Look out!
Time for a surprise.
If you can breathe, you can kill! Can't kill confirmed!
Useless darting gun!
Red gunner!
Fun fact about this, you can still get a lot of value out of your recon by sliding and shooting.
Red gunner! Back here, now! Raise it down! Raise it down! The killing never ends!
Switching now.
The sound of a demon host! Smaller! Boy! Scat bomber! Neutralized!
Steady, Pat!
Slimer! Changing mag! Bomber eliminated!
Demon horse!
Big nuclear kill! Eliminated!
I hate the tight corridors though because when the ogre is next to you, all your shots get absorbed by the ogre.
All's coming. Enjoy this.
Gonna be bloody!
Close! Kill! And do it again!
Safety in numbers, folks. Group up.
Yeah, that's why I like it on the infiltrate veteran. By the way, hey Jenkins. Use my vet build to get it? Nice. Nah, you just have to avoid melee damage. I did it in a very, very distant past.
Give them the old Kessekin double test!
Well, although Plasma can't really slide and shoot, Plasma I just need to stand still for a second, crouch, and then delete everything in front of me. That's the best part about Plasma. I love Plasma so much. It's the best gun. I just hope that the new build tree doesn't screw it over too hard.
No more heretic grenade!
Just remember one thing that I want to try and teach you guys with this, like, dudes doing penances aside, the most important thing is to
It's a demon head.
This way!
You just want to make sure that, like, if you're really going for this type of recon last gun build, and you wanna survive. And by the way, hey Nightshade, I hear the hello there. If you want to avoid this, make sure you're good at going for heads. Like, irrespective of how your playstyle is, just try and go for the heads.
Strength! We got strength!
Breaking off. Redeploying.
Getting cover! Flush him out!
Shit, I can't see through your shield, pal.
Jump in the run! Dead.
Demon host.
Don't do that!
Ah, crap.
Follow me!
Gonna kill it! Hold on!
Demon host!
Now, if somebody triggers Demon Host, okay. What you'll need to do is you'll need to...
Arcadia!
Ah, shit. Okay, I guess that went out the window.
Throwing grenade! The place is getting real close.
Just got me through.
They go Rich! Danger close!
Okay, so now we're in a bit of a bad situation, but that's still okay. We can resolve this. How do you resolve this? As soon as your Deadshot is up, start spamming fire at the head. Go for the head consistently, and just in between it, try and recover your Deadshot as much as possible. Alright, go for the head, boom, like that, done.
Target eliminated!
Ah, don't worry about it. Like, for me, I can handle it easily. This is why this build is so strong. Of course, a few haters tried yesterday to say that it doesn't work, but as you can see right here, it's very simple and easy to apply it in the field, and it does a lot of damage too.
Time for a surprise.
Exterminatus! That's what's going to happen here. Count on it.
I've always been fond of the atmospheric incinerator. Cleanse the world with fire.
No, never gonna happen. A tomb is too valuable. What's a bleeding demon doing here?
Yep, this is a very, very, very powerful build. It is so strong that it is ridiculous. I don't recommend it. Like, it's very, very powerful. That's why, like, it's hard to get a better build than this. You just can't. This is without the additional weak spot damage. You don't even need it. You just don't. You just shoot things and they die. Like, what more do you want, you know what I'm saying? This is what I always find funny. It's like, just, oh yeah. Some people are always like, this won't work. Are you sure? Are you very sure? Because last I checked, I'm pretty sure I tested it live in front of everybody. You can fight demon hosts, you can fight bosses. You want to fight your mother-in-law, you can fight your mother-in-law. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, yesterday. So yesterday's update, I covered all of the potential changes because basically now every build is forced to use Deadshot. So I changed my voice of command build, and now it will work with any weapon, including Deadshot, and it'll be just fine. So basically, you have your Deadshot. You can still do everything that you like to do before. Like, you want to use plasma gun, revolver, which I said I'll demonstrate after this, no problem, easy peasy. You can still apply all the same things that you would have applied regardless. There is no like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. No restrictions at all. You have full control over your build. You have full command over any enemy in the game. Because basically what affected other builds before was mostly the exhilarating toughness bug, exhilarating takedown bug, which we never really knew about. Now that people have confirmed that it does exist and Fat Shark are finally aware, it's easy enough to just accommodate and adjust for it. And now that I've adjusted for it, I've basically managed to make Deadshot work.
I love watching your work, Zealot. Going to
Come on. Destroy those demonic grubs.
So just yesterday I released a video that covers this exactly. The Recon Last Gun version is especially popular because it's just so good. And it basically, like, you can do whatever you like with it. You just win. So for any of my detractors yesterday that may have thought or said that, hey, you know, my stuff doesn't work, sorry not sorry, of course it works 100%, and you'll be able to see that for yourself, because there's no way I would ever put out a build that doesn't work. Yep, it's just the most recent video I posted. So you should be able to find it with no issue.
Kill those demonic grubs, and the dish should realign.
There is judgment.
Some objectives, however, were easier with the Recon Last Gun and the Columnus than it is with the Revolver. For example, I can't exactly wipe out those growths with a plasma gun, so I do have to be a bit careful of that. Other than that, data relay. Up against an army of shooters, no problem. Just adjust their attitude to life, like so. Go for the heads, of course. And y'all should be fine. Ah, crap. Went a bit too close to that guy. Ooh, that's you.
Won't take much more.
Close and kill!
I love voice of command. You can, without the exhilarating toughness bug, you can actually just deflect a pox burster straight up. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Dime. But yeah, basically they're saying that my build doesn't work, so I was just, you know, showing that and proving that it works just fine. The Thunderhammer, technically everybody dumps defenses. I just don't, because it's hard. Like for me, I need it. So, yeah, it can be hard, you know. So Thunderhammer really is pretty difficult to roll. There's no real dump stat on it, to be perfectly honest. I needed everything on that hammer. So yeah, I actually tried to roll everything above 70. Wasn't the easiest experience. Oh, failed joining server. How rude. I just finished my match. Rude. La 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 la. Okay, let me just message that guy back. Where's the comment? Okay, I don't know where the comment is. Okay, next was the Revolver, right? Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it because this is one of the most successful builds ever. So again, same build, no real difference. The only thing is that we don't have to apply Shock Trooper if we're gonna use the well, actually, you know what? I'll just keep the Recon last gun on this just for giggles, and then we'll swap over to the second loadout. This is basically the same loadout, just that we've adjusted it so that this one doesn't have Shock Trooper. It's like literally 1 point difference. So I'll just slap the thing on here, and my new toughness curio is this one. Okay, beautiful. So exact same thing. The only thing is that the new toughness curio doesn't have combat ability regen, which I didn't want anyway. Okay, so basically same, literally exact same loadout. Now I'm not applying the marksman ability. This is pretty good. But it's up to you whether you want to take it or not, because you're gonna have to sacrifice something for it. If you find that you've got enough stamina regeneration with the Revolver, you can actually take off stamina regeneration boost. It's really genuinely up to you. One example, like in case anybody wants to know, you can actually still use marksman with this, and I'll just demonstrate how it works if you want to roll this. Yes, I will of course modify all these builds when the keystone comes out. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, board scope, but I think crowd control, I can't remember, I think it affects your damage, so you may not want to roll that low. Just go inspect the weapon and see if you can hover over the crowd control stat. If you can hover over the crowd control stat and it actually allows you, and it doesn't say damage in there, you should be okay. But if it does say damage, right? Like, so one example would be, let's say I go into this, right? And I go over this stat, it says damage versus. If the crowd control stat says damage versus, you want to try and get that as high as possible. This is one of the reasons why there aren't really any dumb stats. But I mean, if it's at 69, it's still pretty good. So you can try it out and see how it feels. Just that it may not be the ideal of ideals, you know? But yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. It's a 380 hammer. That's pretty damn strong. So yeah, okay, so Revolver build, for those that wanted to see it, we will now go into Auric Damnation. As you know, total randoms, no prep. The build is still the same, alright, just that I'm taking off the stamina generation node, because we have plenty of Deadshot, and we're just going to have the extra power on the weak spot. So this one, if you want to use it this way, you can. And I'll happily demonstrate how this works in the toughest situations. High intensity engagement. All right. Okay, let's see how these guys function.
Reserves of
Special issue ammunition are currently
Yeah,
suboptimal.
sometimes like if you feel comfortable enough with your hammer, you don't need to be god roll.
Chasm station as a stockpile.
Because sometimes getting a god roll is so frustrating. Like it's expensive and frustrating.
Valkyrie support will be authorized.
Okay, let's keep going. Okay, now, once again, we're applying the same thing, same principle here. Alright, but just that if you're going to use the marksman ability in the skill tree at the end, one of the things that you probably want to take into account is that it will only last for 10 seconds, but you can use your ability offensively, which can be pretty cool. Now, most of the time, you're just not going to need it.
Get in there! Make them scream!
Now, with this gun, what you need to understand is that Deadshot is consistently active when you're aiming, when you're doing whatever. So you want to be a bit conservative with it. Aim well. Take out targets as needed. Now, because of how fast you can get your ability back, right, you don't have to sweat it too much, but make sure that you are at least attempting to take advantage of your ability. Like when you don't have the extra 50%, you may not want to pull off certain maneuvers. But because you get your ability back so fast, although it only lasts for 10 seconds, it can still be good. Again, I just choose not to rely on it because the stamina regeneration is much more important. But on the Revolver, I like to have it. And you can absolutely take advantage of it if you want to. But just be aware that if you don't hit a crit, you see even with the additional weak spot power, if you don't happen to hit a crit, it still will not kill the target. So just be very careful with that.
Do it again!
You are aiming now at the Defector's Quarter? You are behind schedule.
Leave none alive!
Gotcha!
Confirm?
Okay.
Darktide station!
Ammo, eh? I'll take it.
Time to count the ammo and offer our praise.
Oh, dibs on counting the ammo.
Ah, yes, that's right. It was for attack speed. Try it out. Honestly, because if you're following my tanky Zealot build, right, you get a bonus 10% attack speed, which is actually pretty significant, and you gain more attack speed from Martyrdom as well, so you may not actually require a high crowd control for the attack speed. Give it a try, I think it might be good. Because it doesn't affect damage. The only things you want are the stuff that affects damage.
Get clear of that barrel! Copy that!
This is for the taste! We slaughtered the hound!
most fun thing about the chainsword is sawing a bulwark's head off.
What else did you
Medicate station! Try to climb it in field line! Give them the old Kesekin double test! Good turn! Med station! Heal up! Medicate station!
heretics are merely biding their time?
Eugene! Kill!
They'll contest the patience of a
How dare they?
and I'm no saint.
Careless of you to forget the title. Try to remember it next time.
Oh, this trapper ran away. What a nerd.
Clean kill!
Gave that trapper the nerd. Hey, what's up, Lightest Knight? Well, I mean, you could still get a good roll if you make it, orange. But I mean, you know, I just have so many melt bucks from the many weeks that I play. Even after spending on a lot of different crap for curios, I still have a ton of melt bucks lying around.
Data interrogation rate acceptable.
But yeah, the revolver is very potent. Like, whichever way you want to run it, whether you want to run it with that ability or not, it's up to you.
Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator correctly? Systems green. Upload resumed. As you were.
Gosh, it's dead!
Oh yeah, it already is, dude. Like I said, I posted it up yesterday night. You can use it with literally any weapon. My modified build can now literally be used with any weapon. I demonstrated with Recon Last Gun already. Now I'm demonstrating the same thing with Revolver. Very easy to use, very powerful. Gives you incredible.
Try not to make a man of this task,
Flies and kill! Suppressing fire on the enemy!
Better in next cover.
Shit. Last one. There we go. Lovely.
Data link back online. You are not a good.
One shot, one kill.
Well done.
Easy.
I suppose.
Get Gunnar! Good work, soldier!
First the minute.
Copy that!
The marksman seems to have died.
Interrogator needs fixing now!
You do make a big target, old man. Chill, Mena.
Get shot, Gunnar! Confirmed?
Security clearance elevated. Door accessible.
Gotcha.
Not one step!
How dare I take 2 hits instead of 1?
Affirmative!
Rude.
It's suffering. Is imminent.
Good turn!
Engagement protocol. Ammo.
Yep. So good.
Quick! Someone find something shiny to distract him. What's really right here?
Shoes, military style.
No more talk.
Good turn! Affirmative! Grenade in your front! Reloading! Keep weakened it! Right over it! Confirmed?
There we go. Easy.
Wounded enemy! Not enough to celebrate!
Don't seem happy, veteran.
Yeah, bomber! Grenade!
You want a grenade? Okay.
Hold the line! Copy that! Break it down!
The Ranger's no longer a problem.
Hot right up here! Change the target!
That's better. Noble and resolve.
Plenty for everyone!
If you can breathe, you can kill! Cross timer! Throw a grenade!
Won't die. Fast crush.
Affirmative!
Right next. Oh, will this mission never end?
Oh, come on. Really? That's nerdy.
The ship mistress and Brahms. There's a story there, don't you think?
Grendel's got the Morning Star in the thick of things. And she loves this shit. I ain't scared of her. Follow me!
Ah, the dropper is dead.
Medical
Nice
station!
mission. Excellent.
Following your lead!
Revolver always works, man.
Affirmative!
Well,
Arcadia!
unfortunately, that was a bad push with the Doggerino there.
Shot them.
What a shame. That's okay. I'll make up for it by just being pure awesome.
We need no longer worry about that trapper.
He's been helped.
Submarine complex Chiron 13 Alpha continues beyond repair bay Chiron 13 Kappa.
That rolls heretic.
Top driver field!
There we go.
Red, shot gunner! Up there's the kill! That's a hound! Red gunner! Tripity!
Plus, you can shoot through Ogryns, you can shoot through pretty much anything you like. It's great.
Red gunner! Big and dead!
Okay.
Depart Subrail Chiron 13 Alpha and descend to Logistratum Supply Track Chiron 13 Iota.
Hound's no longer a problem.
Yeah, shot gunner!
Nah, I dodge bombers just fine. It's that sometimes you'll have to accept your fate. Because it depends, like the way that they angle the bombers, right, is very weird. So even if you dodge them completely, there'll just be some times where something can interfere with the trajectory of where they fall. So if they happen to move to the side, or the Psyker happens to hit them, say with a sail shard, right, instead of knocking pure back, they knock forward or to the side, which can still cause you to get hit. Usually I'll just VOC to mitigate the damage, but I was not paying enough attention at that time. Otherwise what I do is I just VOC. Easy.
My man
yeah.
Scab shotgun out! Copy that! Scab shotgun out!
Grind ya! Oh, stop shotgunner!
Smaller! Pusher!
Guilty!
Copy that!
That's an end to the beauty's torment.
I want to hear them scream! Copy that!
I think we've got a headshot coming on.
Any more? Okay, good. Favorite weapon in the game? Plasma gun, man.
Smaller!
Hard to beat that.
For the Emperor!
Burster!
Logistrator access.
Well, the revolver is a close second. I never used to like the revolver in the past, but I'll tell you one thing. After a recent buff, it's so
Copy
good.
that!
Rager's dead.
Like
I
this.
forgot his mind that way.
This is the gun of kings. Yeah, it feels very good to use. Plus, it's the only weapon where it doesn't matter if the Ogren is in front of me.
On the Trexis 7-7. Confirmed?
Just need to aim for the head.
Thank you! Ready to punch!
Death and dead! Right here, right now.
Hey, Rager!
Confirmed. Under fire! Reloading!
Analysis.
No, none of you trust me. Perhaps you're right.
Shut it, weirdo!
The killing never ends!
Come on. Any more of these punks?
Clean kill!
Retrieve the ammunition, guards.
Affirmative! Give them the old Kesekin double tap! Eliminated! On to the next one, Aldrin! Grenade out!
Sure, you're strongest, boss. Here they come.
Striker!
I'm not gonna disagree with that. If I could dual wield revolvers, I would be very, very dangerous. But I think that'd just be a bit too crazy.
Got one!
They'd probably have to reduce our overall power if that happened.
There is a sucker!
Is that FBI here?
Need some captain cover?
Don't you manage?
Got a sniper!
Confirmed!
Just once I'd like it to be easy.
Time to die like heroes!
I'm bleeding out!
Head down!
Can you not bleed out?
Cover me!
Someone cover up now.
Only rants need cover.
Take the kills coming, big man!
Strongest, toughest, maiden.
Changing that!
Heal!
Heavy touchdown!
I've got you now.
Cover till you fully heal.
Good shot!
Extra power.
Pepperoni! Copy that!
There you go. I love that I can just shoot through the Ogre, and that's the best part of the Revolver, I swear to God. Ogre is an awesome bodyguard that guards you a little too well. No problem, shoot through your Ogre. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Go there!
Get out of here. Time to skedaddle.
Not so clever now.
The bolter is weak because basically it has a prep time. So that's the only thing that nobody really likes about the bolter, the prep time. The downside to the bolter having that prep time is pretty much all about what makes and breaks in the highest difficulties. Now, you can use it, and I have used it in Auric Damnation. It's just that I don't really want to, because there's no point.
I shall sweep.
I don't think it'll be more of a mini grenade launcher. It has and always has been a rocket launcher. It's a mini rocket launcher to begin with. But I think the biggest problem with it is just the fact that there's that stupid prep time. Like, if it's already loaded, there's no situation where in an animated series or whatever I have to pull it out, cock it again. No, it's already cocked and loaded. My bolter, I should be able to just draw it and fire. You give it my draw and fire, it'll be a viable weapon. That is literally the only thing. That, and it does less damage than the Revolver. Why? Why would it do less damage than the Revolver? So the bolter is okay, but not great. The slug shotgun is the worst shotgun in the game right now. Veterans only use the cantrail. The other shotguns are not viable at all. There are some exploits that you can apply with them, but they are exploits. Most of the time, people just use the cantrail because the cantrail is legitimately good. It does have some splash, but it's so minimal that it's not enough. Like, realistically, when you see what the bolter can do, oh, it's devastating. These servers are going a little bit wild today. Why? But thank you very much for liking the stream, guys. I've seen a lot of you guys liking my stuff. Please keep it up. Please keep it up. I never use Hellbores. The question is, why would I use a Hellbore when the Recon Lasgun has higher DPS? Like, that's the only question I really am forced to ask. Why would I use a Hellbore when a Recon Lasgun exists? It does far more damage. If you actually tune into the start of the stream, like, you can watch it back later as well, Sworn Knight. But with my current build that I put out yesterday, showing the current ideal build for all players across the board, no matter what gun you use, quite frankly, if you apply that build to the Recon Lasgun, you can absolutely devastate your opponents with no problems, consequences, anything like that. You can just go in there and shred, and like nothing will happen. Like nothing bad will happen. You can just win. It's that easy. So realistically speaking, there's no need for me to use a Hellbore when I already have far better options that exist that can deal insane amounts of damage, absolutely squash my opponents, you know, with no consequence. I don't know, man. You could even run the Columnus Mark V with my build and still come out on top. That's how crazy it is, and that's, you know, what you end up getting compared to using the Hellbore. Like, the Hellbore is not bad, it's just that there's nothing great about it. You get what I'm saying? That's the only problem. It's not a bad weapon, it's just that, what the hell am I supposed to do with it, you know? Because there are way better choices.
It is done.
Well, I mean, it does have a bayonet, so if you want to cosplay, Whoa, disconnected while surrendering blessings, what the hell? I mean, if you're aiming for a cosplay perspective, then sure, you know, but it just doesn't do enough to even warrant, you know, any actual love. That's the only problem. Okay, I'm back in. Let me go see if there are any other blessings I can surrender and I can demonstrate a little more. Some people have questioned if my build will work with the Columnus. Recon best last gun. You can either use the Mark II or Mark VI. People prefer the Mark VI because it's more efficient. But genuinely, it is kind of your choice. Like I could run this Mark VI right now if you guys wanted to see it in action, and you could see and you can compare it to the Mark II that I was running earlier. If that's what you want. In fact, I can just equip it right now. Oh, sorry. This is the heavier build. Let me see. Yeah, this one. Okay, I'll swap over to Mark 6. Same basic perk idea and whatnot. With the Mark 6, all you just want to take into account is that you need Shock Trooper just to ensure that you get the best value out of it. But it does exactly what you would expect of it. It's very strong and does everything you need. Is the heavy pistol up to par with the Recon last gun? You talking about the Revolver? Did you not see me just completely devastate that last match with the Revolver? The Revolver is very good. I don't know why anyone even questions the Revolver. It is one of the greatest weapons of all time. You know? The big damage numbers aren't gonna matter. That's the key thing. They don't matter at all because you can do exactly what the Hellbore does with other weapons more efficiently. This is why the Hellbore is never used in high level play, because in high level play the Hellbore is a liability to your entire team. It doesn't do anything, it doesn't actually help you, it literally is one of the worst choices you can bring along for most runs. Most. There are some people that are very good with it, but 95% of players cannot apply it effectively, and it cannot be applied effectively simply because there's no penetration. Like with the Recon last gun, penetration is a bit of a problem, but because I can easily reposition without having to charge my shot, it is easy breezy to run that. But unfortunately, the Hellbore does not have the same courtesies afforded to it. Penetration, I think, is the most crucial thing. Only the Mark III is penetration. And even then, that's a bit too slow. But, you know. I got rid of some crap that I don't need. The Hellbore isn't really a trap weapon. It's just not as optimized. Like, okay, look. If I really wanted to, I could go pick up the... What's the fast Hellbore model? I can't remember which one it is. I could go pick that up and I could go run it with this build and still do perfectly fine. It's just not ideal. Like, when we talk about optimization... Optimization means that it has to be the best, right? The problem with the Hellbore is that it's got number one, prep time, same issue as the Bolter, and second is that the penetration is too lacking. So it can be felt like the worst gun in the game in terms of optimization. I should probably put that qualifying statement there, in terms of optimization. If you're talking about viability, to be honest, almost any weapon is viable with the right build. Oh, the laser pistol. You talk about the heavy last pistol, right? Etchuscots. Never used it in the current build. It's okay. It's pretty good, I do have to say, but I still think that, like, when you're talking about ease of use, the last pistol is kind of like in between the Revolver and the Recon last gun. It's a rapid fire weapon that can do really well on crits, headshots, all this kind of thing, but the thing is, it doesn't have penetration, so I would use a Revolver if I wanted penetration. And if I wanted rapid fire, I don't want my finger to click off because you have to semi-auto click every single time. Just to demonstrate again, this is with the Recon Mark 6. But yeah, the heavy last pistol, it's good, don't get me wrong, okay? Again, I don't want anyone to misunderstand me like, oh, he said this weapon sucks. I just want to tell you guys, these weapons do not suck. They are okay, but they're not optimal. When I use a weapon, I use the word optimal because I'm a robot like that. I have to go for maximum efficiency. I have to go for the maximum best possible outcome in every situation. That's what I do. So I'd rather use the revolver than the heavy last pistol because of penetration. And if I did not want the heavy revolver, if I did not want the revolver, I would go to a recon last gun instead because I'd be getting the same rapid fire power, but without having to give myself carpal tunnel syndrome. Let me demonstrate. So this is the exact same recon build you guys saw earlier, but instead of using the Mark II, I'm currently using the Mark VI. Alright, so the Mark VI still has some great stuff with it. It's just that the Mark VI is slightly less efficient, and you'll probably see that here. Why? Because the fall off starts off earlier. But I'll attempt to demonstrate it. It's still good, just slightly less efficient. So if we're talking Mark VI, it's a faster weapon. So as you can see, right, compared to say the Mark II, all right, there's a lot less control. There's a lot less control, all right, first of all, and second of all, it's less ammo efficient, which is something you do have to take into account. You can technically kill faster, but when you're dealing with situations where you need Deadshot, for instance, the Mark II is just so much more efficient. Because this one, although it's good, the fall off at long range, the Mark II doesn't have this issue. The Mark VI does. You see? Oh my... Shibasekya. It does have a faster killing speed, as you can see, but you do have to just be aware that it does do a little bit worse. Now, at close range, when we're talking about this kind of range, it does have some stronger viability. Jesus Christ. So as you can see with the Mark II, we had a lot less trouble with the Demon Host than we do here. Alright, so yeah, you just want to be careful of that. We also consume a lot more ammo with the Mark VI than we do with the Mark II. Okay? So if you use the Mark II, you'll notice that I barely ran out of ammo at all. Now granted, we just had to mag dump the Demon Host, but the control is much better. Alright, so not only will you not run out of it, oh, come on, really? And it has a slower kill speed, unfortunately, compared to the Mark II. Again, all the problems are due to how exactly this deals with it. With the Mark II, you'll notice it was very much easier to pop heads and not waste ammo, whereas the Mark VI is a bit inefficient because it will waste some of your ammo. Even with full-on Deadshot and whatnot, you do lose out a little bit. So yeah, the Mark VI is more of a close-range engagement tool, which was designed in a very different time. It was so overpowered before that they had to bring it in line, so now the Mark II is your best bet. Yeah, the slower rate of fire is fine.
I require restoration.
So as you can see, exact same build, but we're not getting the same value out of it. Makes sense, right? Like that. It'll also drain your Deadshot a lot faster, so this is why I highly recommend the Mark II versus the Mark VI right now. It's just a much better weapon, does better, has better range, and if you're gonna play my style of veteran, right? Like you're gonna play it in this particular style, you don't want to waste ammo, the Mark II is way better. Did you see? Did you see how little I ran out of ammo with the Mark II? Whereas here I'm like struggling. Yeah, this is the big issue.
The door is quite immovable.
You will literally have to touch ammo boxes all the time. The Recon last gun was nerfed, but not the Mark II, it was the Mark VI. Because the Mark VI was basically the same as Mark II, but better in the past. Now they've made it worse to give the Mark II some viability. Now the Mark II is the ideal choice when we're talking ammo efficiency. Because the Mark VI can do what the Mark II does, but it's less, and I mean much less ammo efficient. So this is something that I guess a lot of people just have to acknowledge because it's just not that great anymore. A lot of people prefer the Mark VI, but I'm going to tell you, having tried them both, the Mark II, which you guys would have seen at the start of the stream, is far more efficient. The efficiency is on a whole nother level. I haven't tried the chain axe yet because actually I got a pal that Wild Hunt. I think he said here at the stream. I got a palo that does have a chain axe build need, and I'm gonna be trying it maybe later in the week, maybe next week. I'll see what I can. Yeah, it is a bit of a cycle, but you know that's what we got to deal with. Exactly, Neo Luna. That's exactly it. So that's why, like, for general work, like if I really want to kill somebody, I use the Mark VI, use the Mark II, because you don't waste it. One of the greatest parts about this is Infernus. Infernus is really good at burning out targets, but because the Mark VI fires so fast, you end up inefficiently, you find, oh my god, this guy picked up Grimoire without actually telling us. That's not very cash money of him. So like with the Mark II, I was just happily going around killing everybody. Now notice here that I have to sort of like mag dump a little bit, and it results in overkilling targets, which is not needed and not necessary. You should not be forced to overkill targets, and certainly you can see that the ammo values are just no good at all.
Commencing Auspex sweep. Do not stray. If you lose the servo scout, I shall look to you for a replacement.
Get up! Now!
I can fight. Just watch me.
These guys don't know where to go, do they?
There are answers in this place, but you will require your Auspex to find them.
I sense a new subscriber.
Welcome, new subscribers. I mean, just don't hold it is great advice, but that's a bad idea. Like, the Mark II is just better.
I sense a new subscriber.
Like, literally, you can see me do everything that I'm doing right here, right now. Almost zero difference in kill speed, but the Mark II is way more ammo efficient. It's just better overall now. Anyone not using the Mark II is honestly living in La La Land. Because you can literally see how much more ammo efficient it is. Watch the start of the stream, watch now, because it's really, really bad. Very, very bad. Compared to the Mark II. The Mark II is just highly efficient. And ammo efficiency goes a long way in Auric Damnation. Like, I was literally spamming down hordes. Especially now with the whole you must use Deadshot because there's no other option to progress the left tree. You kinda are, it's kind of like a bit of a waste. Because you cannot wait so long for Infernus to kill things for you. And without it, you're overkilling targets. This is the problem. This is a big problem. Yeah, exactly. It's the one from my most recent video. I'm just demonstrating the difference between the Mark VI and the Mark II. Like, you can accomplish a mission with it. But the Mark II, which I demonstrated at the start of the stream, is much more efficient. I'm just showing off because some people feel that, like, my build is a lie, it won't work. I'm just proving with total randoms and Auric Damnation exactly how my stuff works and why it is the best choice for anybody playing this game. Because it always works. There's no situation in which my builds do not work or will not work. Even with absolutely terrible gun choices, they can work. Like so.
So what? Move on!
The servo scout is waiting for your data
But thank you very much for the subscribes. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys have a good time with us. Jeez Louise. Yes, it is much better for the infiltrate build because it can get things to stack up faster. It works better in that way. For that, I say you're absolutely right. You're not wrong. But when it comes to the efficiency, like if you're using the voice of command, Mark II is way better. 110%. Yeah. The Mark II is a great choice if you're using this particular build. This is why I recommended it. It works so much better, in my opinion. And you can just see the comparison. What now? Just play the game whenever you like, or, you know, play other games in between. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. This game is played because it's about enjoying the gameplay loop. Or at least that's what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about enjoying the gameplay loop, having fun, having a good time. That's literally it. See, used correctly, the Mark II would have just absolutely ripped all this to shreds without the ammo inefficiency. So I hope you guys can at least see the difference. Like, my goal is not to say like one is more valid than the other, whatever, you know, use what you enjoy. But these are objective comparisons that you guys have to understand. Like, this is why I use certain weapons more than others. Because these both have Headhunter as the perk. These both have Infernus 4. So the only reason the Mark II is doing better is just that the slower fire rate enables much more control, more targeted crits, thanks to your Headhunter buff, and you waste less ammo. So you're triggering your Shock Trooper more often than you might think. And that's why the Mark II is better. Because otherwise, you're not triggering it as often as you like, and you're wasting ammo. Again, this was because the Mark VI was so good in the past that they had to adjust for it. Is it?
Suppressing fire on the enemy! The killings never ends!
Forgive me, but it is the Emperor that I ever done!
Cleansed of sin!
A few new maps would actually be really nice. I would be down with that.
Now it's out! The gunner!
Grave gunner!
Let's dash it down!
Continue your search here. Hard block Laranax.
Beauty! Close and kill! Vigilante down!
Things I do to preserve these guys.
He's white! Killing is holy work, it seems! This way!
What are you even searching for, huh, Mr. Valley? Don't waste time like that guy. Like, just move on, kill, move on.
Yet deployed the servo skull. Inefficient.
On to the next one, please!
Well, this recon is a lot more work. If you checked out the recon at the start of the stream, because I don't think you were here right when the stream started, you see the Mark II, it's a lot less work. I mean, well, it's actually about the same. I just literally walked around shooting everything. Again, this is why weapon choice matters. Some function better in some builds, some function worse in some builds. So you have to know what's good and what's not good. This is crucial to really maximizing the war.
Appear to be the place. Commence your scan.
The skills.
Upload your data haul to the servo skull varlets. Life is such a fleeting.
Wow, they did it already. How are we doing it with one guy still up there? Valley like sightseeing. Valley Girl decided that sightseeing is very important. Oh, the homie finally discovered the objective. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it does. The revolver has always been able to pierce. That's what I mean when I say penetration. You've heard me talk about it before, haven't you? So, if you're new to my stream, you don't know, I often mention penetration. This is what we mean. Penetration refers to the ability of a weapon to go through multiple targets, including your allies, stuff like that. So, of course, this is why you gotta pay attention to every single thing that I say, because there's nothing I say that's useless. You wanna learn how to be a pro? Pay attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing. But yes, the revolver does have very, very good penetration, and that's why it's very useful. You can go through several targets, although not as much as the plasma gun. You can go through your allies as well, including an ogre. This is crucial. Nah, collateral may not express it as much because collateral implies an AoE. It's not an AoE, it's penetration. So that's why I use the same, again, ex-military man here. So penetration is the correct term. Collateral is area, radius. Penetration is through a target.
I want to hear them scream!
If that guy wants to go sightsee all the textures, I tell you, I might have to adjust his attitude to life. Oh, one more thing. The Vlad has a higher spread. Sorry, I forgot to talk about this. The Mark 6 has a higher spread than the Mark 2. Just thought you ought to know that. So if you look at the shot grouping for the Mark 6, the shot grouping is a lot wider because it's designed and kind of being forced into that close range roll. So the Mark II actually has a much better shot grouping when you ADS. You'll actually be able to tell this by firing at a wall or something, but you know, I'm sure some people also have mods to show shot grouping and stuff like that. Quite frankly, at a range longer than 5 meters, it's much harder to hip fire and hit the head, whereas the Mark II doesn't have this problem. So that's why the Mark II is a bit more ammo efficient, because I can trigger Headhunter more often just by hip firing. The Mark 6, on the other hand, has that longer. Oh my lord! What the? This Jun guy trolling. Imagine getting knocked off a bridge, man. So like at close range, it's not a problem to hit the head, therefore triggering Headhunter, which is really good. But at a longer distance, it can be difficult. So again, this can be one of the major differences that creates differences and problems in efficiency. I'm getting you guys out of here. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Yeah, the problem with collateral is that's incorrect. Collateral being called that, and I know games do use that, but it's not the military term. Again, for me, don't forget, military man here. So, because I use those same terms because you have to be very clear. Again, this was actually the source of some drama a while back. I told people, you have to be very clear with specific terminology related to ballistics, right? When you say collateral is like a missile hits the ground, right? The AoE radius, that's the collateral damage around the surgical strike target. So if I surgically strike a building, for example, the collateral damage is whatever is around. That's why collateral always means AoE when you're talking military. Penetration is the ability to go through several armored plates, thick doors, whatever, like however you want to call it, or to go through several human bodies, like when they do the ballistic gel test, if it's going through several layers of ballistic gels, whatever, that's penetration. So yeah, exactly. It's a magazine, not a clip. So. Ugh. No, we're talking about the Recon lasgun. So if you're talking efficiency, which now if you want to see the demonstration for this, you'd have to watch right at the start of the stream. But the Recon Mark II is far more efficient than the Recon Mark VI. Again, it's because of the difference in how easy it is to hit the head, shot grouping, stuff like that. Let me show you. I can at least demonstrate in the meat grinder, but yes. Collateral, like, you know, when they first put stopping power in this game, did you know that stopping power has nothing to do with damage? Stopping power is separate from lethality, but stopping power in this game increases your damage. Theoretically, if we're talking military terms, you cannot use the word stopping power because stopping power relates specifically to the ability to when a bullet or a ballistic projectile hits a target, right? It's when they get shocked like that, so that basically whatever action they're taking, such as shooting back at you or if they're attempting to strike you, right? You put a couple of rounds in the target gets shocked and stopped. That's the stopping power of a round. Some rounds have low lethality meaning killing power, versus their stopping power. They might have high stopping power because as soon as the round gets in the guy's like shocked, he stops his action. Now, funnily enough, right? Stopping power does technically have some killing power because sometimes the shock is so great that their heart stops, so they die. So yeah, that can be a thing. But here in Darktide, they're like, stopping power means more damage. I'm like, okay, okay. Stopping power means more damage against armor when it should be talking about penetration. Penetration is the ability to go through, say, bulletproof vests, stuff like that. Okay, now, that's enough of a little military lessons. Basically, you see this gun, right? At a distance, at a long distance, I can still... Do you see the shot grouping on that? I can still effectively hit the target's head. Now, because I have the Headhunter Blessing, this is much more efficient because I'm saving ammo. I'm saving ammo while killing the target. If we use the same Mark 6, alright? Now, this only has a stability of 65. The Mark 6 has a stability of 80%. Maximum stability, right here, right? And do you see the shot grouping? Okay. The shot grouping is much more wild. Do you see how it's spreading all over the place? It's a bit harder to see, but you're basically getting less shot grouping. This is true even if you're spamming like this. Alright? It doesn't show you, but your shot grouping is off. Alright? Whereas if you use the Mark II, again, quick comparison, you switch over to the Mark II, like so. You get very steady shot grouping. Because the slower fire rate, your shots are steady, it's on target, it's laser focused. You're going to be able to save more ammo this way. This is why it's much more ammo efficient. So this is why I favor the Mark II right now for this specific build. If you're following the one that I posted last night, there you go. Okay, so use the Mark II Recon Last Gun. Not only will you never run out of ammo, you will devastate everything. Oh, you want to kill a demon host? Shoot it in the head. Oh, you want to kill a plague ogre? No problem, shoot it in the head. Easy peasy. I demonstrated that at the start of the stream. This is why I tell people, if you ever, you know, come up to me and say, hey, RealAsianRobot, your builds don't work, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, homie, I've shot guns. Plenty of guns. I've probably shot more guns than most of these guys have. Alright? Don't you come and tell me what a veteran, what a real Cadian veteran can or cannot do. I promise you, my builds always work. That's collateral damage, poor scoped. And I'm pretty sure he's just joking around, Dancing Hawk. But yes, that does happen. But don't worry, don't worry. If you happen to see RealAsianRobot and you see me rocking my Recon Last Gun, no problem. You aggro the demon host, you tank it for a bit. I got you, pal. I'ma hit his head. And it'll die, okay? Don't you worry, I got you. If you see me with some other weapon, then okay, you're screwed. Oh, Lord. But the funny thing is that this build is just so hyper efficient that theoretically you can run it with anything. You want to run it with your Columnus gun? Go for it. Nobody's gonna stop you. In fact, I do have a Columnus here, and somebody actually asked me, can I demonstrate it with the Columnus? I'm like, yeah, sure. Here's my Columnum. Now, of course, we don't need Shock Troopers, so you can go all the way for the Marksman ability if you really, really want to. It's up to you. With the Columnus, I find that this may not be exactly as useful. I like to go for the stamina regeneration for Deadshot, but I mean, you can still run it with this. You can literally do a lot of different things with the builds, as long as you have the general principle and idea down. Oh, yeah. Well, you can hit it once at True Scots. Actually, the first hit will cause it to rise up. Second hit is, as we say, as we Chinese people say, honkan. Okay? The second hit, you honkan already. That means you're just fucked. You're just fucked, bro. You can do it with you can actually do it with a Psyker too, but it's a lot harder. Tanking the demon host is best left to other classes, not me, not the veterans. The veterans are for DPSing the demon host. Yeah, no problem erring on the side of caution. Only reason I fight the demon host is because I'm so bored and I'm so good at the game that I'm like, you know what, let's just fight the demon host. I got nothing better to do. I'ma just slap the shit out of him, you know?
The more I talk to you, Morrow, the more I warm to greenskins. I can see that. You got a lot in common with us.
My thoughts are you are insane, Neo Luna. But you know what? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you can make it work, go for it. I just prefer to use the veteran as a ranged DPS. I don't really like melee veterans. Okay, where do you get Drip Jade? Well, first of all, this is Alice Hallowet's store. This is the paid store. Okay? You go in here, you can buy outfits for Aquillas. Okay, Aquillas are gonna cost you a certain amount of cash. You're gonna have to pay up. Alright? But this is where you get your drip. Alright? Each of these tabs has several available drips that you can utilize. And of course, you got to sponsor some drip for your boy here. All right. So pick up whatever drip you want, and you can choose to be some kind of nerd. Now, the Krieg one is a bit more expensive, but everybody buys this. Why? Because it's absolutely fantastic, and not having this would be a terrible, terrible loss. Same with the Zealot. Each of them have 3 tabs, and they rotate in and out. They will rotate in and out of use, I suppose. Oh man, this sucks. But yeah, not all of them are great. Some of them are okay. Some of them are just filthy and weird. But up to you what you want. Okay. Now, and of course, those who sponsor skins get mentioned in my streams for a lifetime. Okay, so your name will be there forever. Now, you can also buy some. Basic cosmetics. These are available for Ordo Dockets, the currency that you earn in the game. You can buy whole outfits at once, or you can buy like some, like some of the non-whole outfits. It's really up to you what you want. I haven't collected them all yet. I will at some point. I'm just lazy right now, and I'm also spending my dockets on other stuff. But yeah, you can basically grab a whole bunch of stuff all here for your Augies as well. Okay, you can grab a whole bunch of stuff and look like a filthy nerd if you want to. Okay, there you go. I hope that makes it clear. So there you go, Jade. Alright, next person to sponsor a skin for me gets the double devil horns of love. Alright, now, I said I would show it with the Columnus as well. Let's do the same thing. Total randoms, going in for a random match. I never run extra reward Kyrios because I don't need it. I'm always in Auric Damnation. I get extra 10% dockets, 10% plasteel. These missions pay out like literally, what? 35k a pop. So yeah, I don't ever bother. I just go right in and just get my money. That's why I don't bother with the extra rewards. I'd rather survive them, complete the mission, go home. That's because I'm Acadian, right? Oh, the gun's flashlight. Lol. Yeah, you do have to turn your flashlight off, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's all about the materials, man. But yes, coming back to the main question, you can actually use the right-hand side of the tree with voice of command if you want, but it's very different to how I feel. Yeah, you need to be level 30, Jade. Get to level 30 and then you'll be able to buy. No problem. So get to max level, then you can go get your drip. All right? Tabletop Warhammer? No, I don't play any of the tabletop at all. Sniping is possible, but you don't really want to do it because moving and killing is the most important thing. You sit there and snipe, you're gonna be a moron and die. Unfortunately, that is the way it went. The reason is because the game's pacing, right, Jade, is that they spawn a lot of specials on you, so you really want to be careful if you're just gonna sit there and snipe, because things will just spawn around you and the specials will just absolutely fuck you up, man. No problem, Tom. Always happy to give the best stuff to the people. I told you, I'm the #1, alright? The Walk is the people's champion. Camo style vet is the best sniper. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. But, you know, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Your whole team will hate you for it. They will be angry. And when they're angry, you know, they will kick you from teams. Now remember that because Walk, please. Now is not the time. Now keep in mind that your Columnus is not a recon las gun. It's good, but it's no recon las gun. You do have to, yeah, you do have to be aware of that. So because it's not a recon last gun, it'll be slightly less powerful, but it is just as ammo efficient, and a lot of people do like it because, hey, they're pretty strong. However, don't forget that they do suffer against maniac targets, so you're gonna want to have the modifiers to deal with that. That said, together with Deadshot, you can dish out a lot of damage with this thing. It's just that without Deadshot, you don't deal as much. But yeah, you can just run, shoot, gun, you're all good. It is very ammo efficient.
So many soldiers.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. This is why on this one, right, I don't really bother with the voice of command having the extra weak spot damage. I just go for the stamina regen, which is absolutely beautiful. If I go for the stamina regen instead, oh, hey, I'll take the big one.
Switch! We're damned. That's why we're still alive. The good and pure are already in their graves.
So this is why you gotta, like, now I'm running this one in my non-preferred style with the marksman ability. Okay, you saw it work really well with the recon last guns and stuff. Sorry, you saw it work really well with the revolver, but as you can see, it's not working as well with the Columnus. So just be very aware of this. Okay, different guns, different strokes for different folks. You do have to modify some builds because they may not be as efficient as you might think. All right, not every build is equal. You know, some are more equal than others. Some function better in certain circumstances, others do not. Okay, just be very aware of this. But you can get rid of all raiders like that, which is pretty beautiful. So if you're in trouble with a lot of raiders, no problem. Get rid of all of them. Just gun them all. Tends to be pretty fun. Yeah, YouTube only, man. Twitch is, like, I've always said this, you know, but Twitch is basically for losers in my opinion. Why? You're giving 50% of your revenue to a company that doesn't care about you and there's no ad revenue. Here, no matter how low or high my viewership is, I get paid some ad revenue. Of course, it is dependent on my viewership and watch hours, but I still get paid a little bit. This allowed me to last as a full-timer even when my numbers were shit. So I was able to sort of survive. Now I'm doing semi-well. So it's a lot better, yeah. But I would not have been able to last if I was on Twitch because I'd be begging for donations and subs every single time. And that's just not healthy in my opinion. This is not conducive to a good game environment where, you know, you're hoping that people will come and love you. Because you guys haven't had to donate yet, and I'm still able to survive and make money full time. That's powerful, you know? Because not everybody has money and not everybody can afford to donate to keep the streamers in action. Otherwise, what you're doing is basically like, oh, I'm like some kind of hooker where you basically have to pay me for nothing. That's not always very smart. I'd rather people like give me donations because they want to, not because I'm begging for it just to survive. So yeah, this is why I hate Twitch and will always hate Twitch forever. Twitch is for the worst people on the planet. People with no self-confidence and no idea of their self-worth. Basically, to be on Twitch, and again, look, I don't care who hates me for saying this, I'll say it openly. Twitch is for losers. If you're on Twitch, you're a fucking loser. And I'll say it openly. Yeah, it's a hostile environment that is literally designed to strip you of everything that you worked hard for. It's not like Twitch is making your content any better. No. They don't give a shit about you. At least YouTube tries. Like, and they only take 30%. And it's the largest, and if you upload videos on YouTube, you make money from the videos too. Nah. Twitch is for softcore porn. I ain't going there to do my hot tub shit. If I want to do hot tubs, I do it right here. But then I get banned off YouTube, so let's not do that. I kind of still need my job, folks. Preach it till the day I die, man. By the way, hey, Yapsy. So as you can see, guys, you know, bringing the discussion back to actual matters in the game, the Columnus is really good, but just be aware that you don't really want to use it with the last ability node. It's not necessary. Rather, get your stamina back faster, and if you really want to, you can get additional crits on it, rather than toughness, which also makes it like really, really good. You can just get so much extra damage out of it. It's beautiful. And I absolutely adore it. Like, it just gives me so much more power than you might think. And it's just so ammo efficient as well. You can gun down anything, like damn near anything in your way. Oh no! You nerd! How dare you? Yeah, I mean, Bezos can't afford to pay streamers a decent wage. Fuck you, and you know, like fuck him and his slave shop, man. No. But unfortunately, a lot of games still work with Amazon because Amazon gives these games really good terms. So YouTube doesn't have any of the Twitch drops and whatnot, and a lot of video games still do that, but it really doesn't help streamers. It actually hurts their partners even more. That's why I don't care. If I want a Twitch drop, I'll just go, like if I really want it, I'll just go watch some poor guy on Twitch that I don't have to care about. I'll mute a stream and just get the reward. Because if you mute the site on Twitch, they don't care. They still count you as a viewer, although you still get like no revenue. So I'll just go there, sit, and lurk for a little bit, get my reward, and fuck off. No following necessary, no things do I need. Satisfaction not guaranteed. But on the downside, just to be fair, YouTube has a really shit interface. So like my chat interface dies. Oh, woo! Hey! Nani? The Psyker just blew up in front of me. Shit. Okay, that was... I'm sorry I couldn't save you, Psyker, bro. The dude just blew up and disappeared. Oh, maybe he was on his last move. Huh. I didn't think of that. Shit. I feel so bad, although I shouldn't. It was like, did you see that Psyker just explode in front of me? Poor fella. No idea. But does it really? I don't think so. Maybe they have deals. I mean, you and I both know it. Corporate is all that matters here. All anybody cares about is corporate. And if corporate gets a better deal from Twitch, then they'll stay there. And YouTube doesn't even have, like I said, just to be fair, YouTube has none of the infrastructure for these game companies. Twitch does, because Twitch was built around games. YouTube was built around in general. So although YouTube has some of the stuff, it'll never be able to compete with Twitch. So where can people go? Like the game companies, they want to do their drops. YouTube has no interface for that. YouTube has no system for that. What are game companies to do? Game companies just think that, oh, it'll help my Twitch streamers. It'll help my losers be slightly less loserish for a couple of days. It'll help my losers be unlosered for a day.
That might have saved a life. Instead, it killed.
I just find it funny to beam stuff with this thing. Like you really just go in there and it's like, you know what? I just don't like you, so I'm just gonna like beam you to death. Okay, don't touch the demon host. I don't want to touch it. I mean, you can touch it if you want, but I do not want to touch it. Oh, crap. Where are these guys? Oh my god, they're down there.
I'm still down.
No, I cannot. I'm not very good with that kind of stuff, so I do apologize. Okay, let's watch these noobs handle it. You can tell this guy isn't running my knife Zealot build, because if he was, he would have won already. Where's your shotgun, bro? Where's your shotgun? Yeah, this dude ran all the way back to the other map. Oh, another life. Dude, knife Zealots could have killed all those crushers and bulwarks instantaneously. But yeah, I don't have those kinds of skills. I do apologize though. Oh, and look, he runs down. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Do these guys not know? Oh my god. Ah, ah.
Pray for me when I am gone.
Ah, yes. A poor imitation of my knife build. No problem, Borscope. Happy to help.
My prayers for healing are
Yep.
answered.
You guys want to see what a real knife Zealot does after this? I can happily demonstrate. This is why knife Zealots are so bad. They can't do shit. They think they can do shit, but they can't. They don't know how to play the game. What is this? What is this gameplay? What is this shit gameplay? Ah, yes. Let me shoot my revolver and miss every single shot. I am so great. Yes, I'm gonna shoot those shooters that have no relevance whatsoever. I will get that crusher done eventually, my friend. Got my word. Got my word.
Die, dog.
By the way, what am I supposed to roll on the crusher? And am I using martyrdom or what?
Another slain raider.
Oh yeah, you posted your build. You posted your build in the build section. I can just refer to that.
Claim your just rewards, Guardian.
Okay, the other guy is dead. It does. I'm a knife Zealot. I struggle against crushers. Misa can't kill crushers because Misa's so scared. Listen, Yapsy, do whatever I want is not helpful. Give me the optimal here, boy. Did you post your build? If you post your build, I'll just refer to that. But if you didn't post your build, then that's okay. I need to know optimization, brother. I need to know the optimal. The Optimus Primal. What is this guy doing? Why does he keep doing this? I don't get it. I really want to type that, but I won't. Oh, Lord. Please do not ever play the game like this, okay? If you do, I will scold any of you guys. Yeah, I catch any of you guys playing the game like this. Alright? I will scold you. He's getting his 10,000 steps in per day. Oh, yeah. Is this guy role-playing a veteran or something? He does realize that he doesn't have to do that. He could have just run and gotten all of us up. He could have run through the mission instead of running back.
I am forsaken, it seems. You holy hate! More enemies! They are coming!
Yeah, a lot of people do that, Paxi, because, you know, this isn't the right way to actually play the game. Yes, those true solo runs are very interesting, they're very cool, but progressing is very important because more stuff is gonna spawn. You never ever play like this because this is not how you play the game at all. No matter how much you run around, more enemies will spawn. They will never stop spawning. Those YouTubers are literally progressing the game while doing this. It's not like the game will stop spawning enemies. They're gonna spawn more and more. I don't know. I think he's trying to film his own private YouTube video where he gets to show everybody he's the coolest guy in the world. I tried to clutch after my team died because my team was so bad, except that, you know, I literally abandoned the veteran who was doing all the work by dropping down for some weird reason. Ladies and gents, you are now viewing the world's worst player right now. All he does is just farm kills.
Pox Flamer is dead! Beware! A trapper!
Leaving the mission. I'm like, you know, although technically I'm not supposed to do this as a partner, I am not gonna waste my time. If you guys want to see an actual Knife Zealot in action, let me demonstrate. Let me demonstrate. Well, I can't quit 2 minutes ago because I'm a Darktide partner. Technically, I'm not supposed to be BM, bad mannered, because it reflects badly on the game. But in that particular situation, I would. I'm allowed to because the guy is literally griefing me by not completing the mission. So that guy was the world's worst Zealot, and I hope you guys never ever play like that. See this jammy? You know what's gonna happen to him? Blocked, so I never have to deal with him ever again. Okay? If any of you in the world ever play like Jammy, you are gonna be the world's worst player and everyone's gonna hate you. You wanna see what a real Knife Zealot can do? Let me show you what a real Knife Zealot can do. Now, this build is not out. Don't worry, it's coming out tomorrow. I promise you it will absolutely be out by tomorrow come hell or high water. The only reason it's not coming out today is because I want to show people how to cope with Deadshot today in a training video for the veterans. Because of the recent bug, a lot of people are struggling. So I will show people how to do that today. But if you guys want to see how to actually play a Knife Zealot, please allow me to show you. All right? Keep your eyes peeled because this is how you play an actual Knife Zealot. Asian robot style, okay? We're talking top of the top of the top of the top. We're talking best of the 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 best. This is how you do it. Okay, apologies for also having to hide stuff because you know, then people always be trying to peep my builds and steal it up. But I'm not gonna let them because they are wild if they think I'm gonna let them steal my work. All right, let's go. All right. Now, when it comes to the Knife Zealot, first thing you need to understand is that you must be able to kill every single target with your knife. This includes armored targets. If you cannot kill an armored target nigh instantaneously with your knife, then you're probably doing it wrong. Because every Knife Zealot knows how to use the knife, shred armor, kill the armored targets. Crusher, Bulwark, doesn't fucking matter. It's instantaneous death, I'm telling you. And if you don't want to get blocked by the world's biggest loser, Jammy, alright, don't play the knife like that. Okay, certainly don't walk around trying to shoot things in the same doorway and farm kills for your penance. Hey, don't do that. Play to win. Play to help your team, play to assist. And I'll show you this right now. Same techniques. I can move just as fast as he can, but I'm about to help my team. Okay, where am I? Orient first? First, we get started with a little bit of this. Okay. You run toward the enemy, not away. Okay? There we go. Easy. Now, what do you do when targets are all sitting there and being annoying? This is what you do. The shotgun is highly efficient at dealing with targets at long range. Alright, short range too. Knife the targets. Oh, what's that? A bulwark? Okay, against a bulwark, you can inflict a large amount of bleed and just stab them in the head. As you can see, a bulwark is not a threat. A crusher is not a threat either. Okay, none of these are threats to zealots. A proper zealot with a knife can instantaneously delete most enemies in melee combat. Why? Because you're damn good. The only thing you might want to be careful of is if your team cannot follow up. Some teams are unable to follow up, that's okay, it's understandable. Not everybody is as good. But you must hold out and avoid damage. You have great dodging potential on the knife. Use it to your best abilities. Alright? Hordes are nothing to you. What is a horde? Just a collection of rabble. What are they going to do to you? Bleed on you? No, you make them bleed. Alright? Make frequent use of your push and push strike attack. assuming you have enough stamina to make it work, and of course a high enough attack speed, you can do exactly what I'm doing right here with no difficulties whatsoever. Now, of course, you're going to need the Asian robot build, but once you have that, you will have no problems clearing through hordes. See that? There you go. A proper knife zealot is never in danger. If a bulwark comes at you and your team, what do? Knife him. What's he gonna do? He's just gonna bleed to death. Like, seriously, it's not hard. Bulwarks, crushers, armor targets, easy. I know, right? Jammy and Mutant inducted into the Hall of fucking Fame for being absolute trash. Please don't get inducted into my Hall of Trash. Because if you get blocked by me, that means you are literally like, you have to be considered one of the worst. Now, if you do get trapped in a corner, you might take a little bit of damage from a sniper or something. But again, it's okay, because most of the time you've got plenty of built-in things to help you. That, and you can be, you know, there's usually Medicaid. Now, what do you do when you encounter a crusher? Same thing, okay? If you encounter a crusher, now, unfortunately, if somebody dies before you can save them, that's okay. But a crusher is an armor target you can kill instantaneously. Mercy Killer is 100%. Lacerate is 100%. You know? You must have both. I've tested all the different blessings, and I find that Mercy Killer Lacerate gives me the best options out of everything. Reload your shotgun. Make sure you don't have it, like, unloaded like me, because then you will become the jammy. Alright, what do you do when a boss comes in? Well, assuming that the boss comes in, run away. First, run to a more defensible location. Then, after you get that chance, make use of Mercy Killer to heavily strike the weak points and dish out a lot of damage. Now, it would be better if somebody else could tank, but if nobody else can tank, that's okay. Alright, get your rosary out, bless your whole team with invulnerability, boss goes down, just like that.
The battle is over! The war remains to be fought! A righteous kill!
Why are you watching my... sorry, Paxi, could you ask him why he's watching my stream without sound? Because it is a very, very bad idea to watch my stream without sound. Please do not watch my streams without sound, because then I don't make any money, and then you get no information on the streams. So notice that there are armor targets here, and yeah, again, these are not going to be a problem. If you have a lot of armor targets, just keep using your push attack, dodge in between, use your rosary to survive, okay, like so. You'll be alright. Just make sure you try and dodge their attacks, but if you deal with them fast enough, it's not a problem. As soon as the target's bleeding, Mercy Killer will win. Oh, he said he's deaf. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought he was watching without sound. Okay, cool. In that case, that is understandable. Yeah, YouTube does have closed captioning, but it's a bit bad. That is my first deaf viewer, though. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, there's no CC because live videos don't have CC. The CC comes later. So if you have to translate for him, let him know. You're listening to my stream without video, that's okay. You can listen without video and that's fine. As long as the sound is playing, YouTube pays me money. If the sound is not playing, YouTube says no. That's why. So as long as the stream is playing with sound on, I get paid. If the sound is not on, that's when I don't get paid, which is annoying. But, oh well. Oh Lord. Crush her down. You fight forward, not back. Alright, so make sure that when you fight, right, you're afraid of a crusher or something, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But learn how to take them on. It's really easy. No. You can watch, whether you watch on the lowest volume or the highest volume, it doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't affect pay. As long as the volume's on. It's only whether it's on or off, that's it. See? No problem. Would you kindly? Thank you. There we go.
Stick to the group.
I mean, technically speaking, you can still take loner as long as you're not super selfish about it. See? Crush her down.
Surprise!
Not a problem. Thank you. I like you too. I like you too, I know. My first ever deaf view. This is pretty cool. Ooh, easy. So yeah, knife, easy peasy. As you can see, used correctly, the knife is a very versatile weapon where you can literally just walk into combat. Okay, so I hope this helps you guys out. Those of you that saw Jammy, okay, cleanse your eyes now because this is how true knife players play. Alright. Throw a shotgun in the mix and no problem. Bye, Darren. Thank you for hanging out, though. We know you just can't resist the atmosphere, the environment. Y'all like that. That's okay, though. There we go. Never stop moving, never stop dodging. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Easy. Now the best part about Mercy Killer though is just how much it's good at dishing out that weak spot damage. This is why I like it a lot. I just find it so much better than a lot of the other options out there. The thing I'm just trying to express though is that you don't have to sweat it too much. As long as you build correctly, the knife can handle anything. So that's why, like, when I saw we have 2 knife zealots, 2! Alright? Like, that entire wall of crushers and bulwarks should have been dead. But you can just tell that they were just like, no skill, you know? World's worst trash tier players, yeah. There you go. This is why when you're not good, you must actually learn. The people who don't learn from these streams and stuff like that, they're the ones that come out the worst because they just don't think about it. They don't think that they need to learn anything when they are the ones that need it the most. Like if I really have to, I can even, you know, do it in this manner. Yeah, you can use Uncanny Strike if you want. Both are equally efficient. I actually tested out. Ooh, that was a mistake. Yeah, I hate the Crusher's AoE sometimes, but it's okay. That does happen. That's what wounds are for, and of course, Holy Revenant. Thankfully, the next section is already the Medicae. Okay. Yeah, it will. Somebody tell Unknown that it will work, yes. Not as efficient, but it's okay. It does work. Like, there's a lot of combinations that can work. I personally prefer the Lacerate and Mercy Killer, but Lacerate and Mercy Killer just works better for me because it for me, Lacerate and Mercy Killer works simply because Lacerate and Mercy Killer allows me to target weak spots and I don't have to worry about building it up. Uncanny Strike absolutely works, and in fact will function a little bit better against Crushers, just so you know. Mercy Killer is... Lacerate and Mercy Killer is a bit more consistent, but if you want to use, like, say, Uncanny Strike, you will be perfectly fine as well. It's just that Uncanny Strike has a build-up, so unlike Mercy Killer, it doesn't have as much burst potential, but it has longer and better sustained damage potential. So that's why I would use it. Now remember to bless all your teammates, yeah? Use your push attack to annihilate targets fast, yeah? Like, in sustained fights, Uncanny Strike does so much better, but in the shorter fights, it's the Mercy Killer that does better. Ooh, dear. Beardo, could you? Thank you. See ya, see ya.
Data stream. Acceptable quality.
Tomorrow. This build, tomorrow. I'll be posting a different video today. Sorry, could somebody just give him my answer, as I mentioned on stream? If you wouldn't mind. Because you can just tell him what I said, Yaps, if you could, for me. Thank you. I know it's late at night for you. But yeah, if you got a moment, just tell him what I said. Oh, okay. You got the message. That's all good. Thank you, guys.
Another sword delivered unto judgment. First one go. Enemy. Scout forward.
Requires your attention.
But yes, I'll post tomorrow. I'm here to bless. Well, I mean, some people will do that, McNuber, unfortunately, because they're leveling alt characters. It's kind of something that cannot be helped. You just have to deal with it, unfortunately, and I do apologize. There's just no way to stop it because some people are just leveling their alts, and the fastest way to do it is just speedrun the mission. So it can be a bit of a negative experience for the newer players, but on the upside, you know, just keep playing. You'll have some good match experiences, and also you can just take it as a faster level up for yourself, although it's not as fun. And I do understand how annoying that can feel. Okay, then I guess I'm doing it.
Interrogation imminent. Cryonic rods acquired. Commence implementation.
What damage perks are needed on the knife? Critical hit chance. That's usually a good choice anyway, because the whole purpose of this is just to have more crits. So good critical hit chance is very good roll, and I usually have weak spot damage on it. But I will show you my perks tomorrow because it's more important to have the right stats. Stats and blessings are a bigger priority. The perks are less important because they only help a minimal amount. Oh. Well, there's that. Ah, crap. Got him. This is another reason why I love the shotgun. As long as you can get the back, it's beautiful. Ooh, survived that. I mean, I think having 2 Ogrins is okay, but yeah, I mean, for me, I don't mind. Like, as long as, like, for me, I feel as long as my build works, having one more of any character on team technically a detriment because we don't share auras. And unless you really structure your aura to be different each time, then, you know, it's not really that good. So, for me, I don't mind. Like, if they really want to play the same character as me, it's okay.
Emperor, deliver us!
Wish he'd deliver us some reinforcements!
Bloody barrel! I'm a cat!
Feast on defeat, Ranger!
Ah, welcome back, man. Welcome back from work, pal. Did you say that before? I must have missed it. Oh, I didn't see it, so it's okay. Because sometimes things are intense, so I miss it.
Well done!
Much damage, but factory is strong. Will endure.
Beta-grade function will be restored if the facility is safeguarded.
Yeah, I mean, really just depends, but 2 are okay. 2 are okay. 3 might be a bit much, but only because I can't hit my shots.
I suspect Interrogator Rannick of straying from the path of
Yeah, fair enough, Yabsy. Like I said, I just don't like big characters. I am a hobbit even in D&D. So I have a strong desire to only play the smallest characters possible. That's why I play gnome. So I play gnome, goblin, whatever else. These are the races that I play. So for me, I must play the smallest possible. Small. Small only. But I hope that this has been a good demonstration for you, or you all, about the Knife Zealot. Certainly do not play like Jammy. Okay, it's how Jammy was playing the Knife Zealot, very wrong. Very wrong, as we like to say. Okay. Of course, Valley's down because he literally cannot stick with the team. Come on, Clarty Head. Come on, Clarty Head. Got it.
Success. Activate emergency coolant.
As long as it's not a joke against YouTube terms of service, it's okay. So you can try. Nah, I'm adapting to the team. I normally don't pass the battery, but this team knows how to pass the battery, so it's okay. The only reason I don't personally BBS is because the passing battery is only good if your team is coordinated around it. Sometimes when we play with the randos, they don't know shit. We may as well just do it the regular way. Also, we have Valley. He is very, very happy, as you know. So because he kept staying in the back line, right, it was so easy to pass the battery without problems. I can dodge dogs.
I have authorized extraction.
Good night, Neil Luna. We'll catch you later, pal.
Evading the enemy.
But yes, I am often the small character in the team. See? 28 minutes. This is how you're supposed to play the Knife Zealot. So, if you guys ever encounter Jammy, alright? If you don't encounter Jammy, if you encounter Jammy, oof. I know, right? Dear God, I'm still suffering PTSD from Jammy. It's like, And the knife is one of the strongest weapons in the game, Ruin. It's, if built correctly, take out armor targets, take out bulwarks. Oh, this guy's in front of you, die. You just literally take out everybody. There's like no concern whatsoever. It's like, I need to think about this situation. Nah. The greatest part about the knife and why I love it so much is because I don't have to care. Oh, I'm sorry, is this guy in front of me? Dead. Oh, I'm sorry, is that guy in front of me? Dead. Like, it's just so strong. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? You know, you just walk around killing everything. Like, so the other two guys who were Knife Zealots, I don't know what they were doing. You don't play Knife Zealot like that. You play Knife Zealot by going straight to the enemy, killing them faster than they can kill your team, and then spamming your rosary so that everybody gets blessed, and then you do it again. It's like, yeah, fair enough, McNuber. I can understand that. The most important thing is not to burn yourself out. And, you know, I mean, there's always going to be bad people around, so don't worry about it too much. But yes. I shall enjoy my games indeed, Lightest Night. I'm going to go for one last round. Now, today's stream is going a bit longer. Why? Because I'll be eating later in the day, so I got plenty of time to do my own stuff and work on things, so not a big deal. Now, coming back here, so this thing, I said, not very good for the Columnus. You probably want the stamina regeneration boost instead, because that way you can make more use of Deadshot correctly. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to go back in, and I hope you guys will enjoy the Columnus demonstration this time without Jammy actively sabotaging it, because unfortunately no build can stop active sabotage. Like, if you see somebody playing the Knife Zealot like that and they be running around acting a fool like that, it's like, please do not. Please do not, my friends. Please do not. There is only a few things that you have to understand. A Knife Zealot praises the Emperor every time his opponents bleed. You run straight at your target, you make them bleed, you stab them in the head, and then they die. This is how you play a Knife Zealot. When you're a Knife Zealot that cannot take out the most armored targets, when you're a Knife Zealot that can't stand in front of your team as a beacon of the Emperor's hope and light, you're not a Knife Zealot at all. What you are is a sedition player, and perhaps you should go back to relearn. That's the speech they deserve. You're playing Heresy with a ton of players who have no clue? Oh yeah. What? A sword psyker that never used a staff? That's pretty wild, Infrared. But, I mean, look, there's all sorts of people across the entire board of skills, so it can be pretty difficult, I do understand. Like, honestly, that's why I just carry so hard, because you just never know what you're gonna get. You get Jammy, then... It is possible, actually. Although it would be really bad to do so, BVS, you can technically play a Surge Psyker by only using Smite the entire time. You have a Surge Staff, but just never use it. So that could theoretically work.
Pathogen designate strain Kappa 687453.
A gratifying failure. You concur? And unfortunately, Oceania's server, not that great. Sometimes you get into situations like that. But I'm glad you're learning something new, McNuber. Now, hopefully the next round, the last round, will not actually be that horrifying. We can pray for the God Emperor. Ah, very nice. I do have to roll some of that, but I don't have the plasteel. That's my problem. I just don't have the plasteel at the moment. I would like to get it. I would like to try. If I could ever get my hands on one. But yes, okay. Come. Off we go. Oh, shit! Cancel, cancel, cancel. I forgot. Let's go to the lag. The land of slight lag for me. We'll be able to find a match more easily that way, hey? Oh lord. Please don't describe such a team to me, BVS. You might give me some serious PTSD.
Rannick's got a new job for you. Secure a supply train in
Yes,
level fab
Darktide has an official Discord that you can use, or for those that really support the streams and really want to be part of us, you can become one of us robots. Honored members can always join me, and of course we are the best. But yeah, if you just want to do it free, go to the official Discord. You can use the LFG there. Plenty of people use that. But some of my awesome friends like BVS, they just really want to support me as a streamer, so they hang out here. And as honored members, they join me in my escapades. Although a lot of the time I do showcase things, kind of like this. I showcase it with total randoms. Damn right, because we're the disaster squad. We bring disaster to everybody else. Yeah, this is total randos or damnation. Because high intensity shock troopers is the only game mode that matters. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Palace? God, I love that. Brakmo. Okay, super team.
Leave none alive! Gunner, Sergeant! Red Gunner! Who confirmed on the big new pig?
I know if I'm sure it's not that goal. The beneficent emperor provides!
Not one step back! Affirmative! Come direct like a priest!
Up you get, priest. Ain't no time for lying around.
Kill!
Come on, up you get. Your teammates are lucky you keep the mic off. Ooh, sound like they're about to get scolded, eh? Three zealots.
Why hast thou forsaken us? Slay the podcaster!
Red shot, Gunner!
No longer! Repent! Let all be friends! To the mutant!
Red shot, Gunner! Gunner! Red Gunner! under the house!
Let's all gather!
No getting up from that!
Okay, for the center!
Okay! I want to hear them scream! Take your dick!
A reckoning comes for you!
Take heal!
Hurt these wretches!
Kill!
Oh, so you can aim after all!
Flesh wound! For the Emperor!
Rises no more!
Blessed
throne we slain my brother!
Oh yeah, those guys who shoot the boss are wild. Woo!
Guardian, on your feet! Another ranger!
Kill confirmed!
Reverse! Judgment is at hand, mutant! Sniper! Grenade!
Confirmed!
Good! Now, bomber!
Affirmative!
As long as they mark the bastard for me, I can get him.
There is only war! Holding that!
One of the best tools in a Psychus toolkit to push enemies off ledges, Venting Shriek, dude. That's the only thing I can tell you. Venting Shriek Venting Shriek and Smite. You can throw them off with Smite, by the way. But Venting Shriek is pretty good as well.
Maintain squad cohesion!
I tend to make good use of Venting Shriek for me.
We may not be the Imperium's finest, but we're still amazing! Sniper kill! The ship Mistress and Bram! There's a story there, don't you think? Get up
Smite does. If you actually watch my video discussing all the skills and stuff, you can sort of throw them around kind of like a Sith Lord. So it can be pretty useful for that. I think it was in my Smite Psyker build video that I demonstrated that. But yes, you could throw enemies around like a Sith Lord. So sometimes you can throw them off cliffs with some smart tethering.
Big mutant kill!
Oh damn.
Copy that!
Beneficent Emperor, seize your word, Templar!
Safe and training! They're all escaped!
Faith is our mighty weapon.
Blacktail!
Screams we are him of worship.
Dignity dead! The killing never ends! Medicae station! Get back from that barrel!
I'll take one.
Killing is holy work indeed! Sigma 1 or a 33 down! Dignity closing!
Another dead.
There we go. So this Columnus Mark V, not as ammo efficient as the Recon last gun, but for those that prefer auto guns, this is a fine choice.
Grenade formed and throwing! Forward!
So yeah, there's a lot of alternatives that can all of which can work with my build, which I think is the best part. Oh shit.
Let's get to the killing! Hold on and pray, pray!
The beneficent Emperor requires your service, Guardian. Once more into the fray, is it?
I got you. Come on, up you get. Yeah, Columnus is great. Like, to me, not the greatest, but it's great.
My trial was wrecked.
Just like the rest of us then.
You need to find a way down to the production nexus.
Kill! Big, but still dead.
Oh man.
Close! Kill! And do it again! Clean kill!
Show these pilgrims that a Guardian is not so easily defeated. Just please gather the force.
I'll tell you, the power of Infernus on the Recon last gun is insanely good. So that's one of the reasons why I can never really use something else. Because, I mean, the Columnus is great, don't get me wrong. But I'll be damned if Infernus isn't better, in my opinion.
Such victories as this.
The Emperor guarded your hand!
Come on.
Well, I'm glad you managed to get it all done, you know? Guess they didn't need that ammo. Yeah, these guys are doing alright.
The Dark Imperium never was a place more aptly named.
Do as our hearts content. We fight the heretic in what
I mean, it's up to you because mobility is important for me. But if you find, like, I would say test it out. Give it a try, give it a try. One of the best things you can do is give things a try. Because if you give it a try, you'll at least know how it functions, how it feels in your hand. You know, does it gel with you and has it helping you win? Because some people got different judgments on certain things. And that's just me being very honest. Like some people, they use mobility as a dumb stat. I can't because I find it very important. It's almost like crucial for me to be able to do what I do.
Process failure. Reapply. This time pay more attention.
Yeah, I hope they all draw enemy fire. Oh no, he came here.
All praise the Omnissiah. Unleash the storm.
Tribute down!
Bombardment! Fix the laser interrogator!
On to the next one, priest!
Work is far from over!
Oh, this is our Zealot's plan. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I sense a new subscriber.
Give them the old Kessekin double tap! Tactical position, non-ideal!
Oh, come on.
Such slaughter is the gift of the faithful.
Truly.
You have somehow succeeded in solving the issue.
That can't be
I am the god emperor.
Back down!
Got him right for the top.
Parameters almost met. Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator correctly?
Let's rope gather.
I knew you were coming.
Get them dead! Right here!
Ah! That wasn't very good. Shit, I can't tag anything.
Be judged! Be judged!
Yep, quickly, if you can just get me up. Oh no!
Your corruption will not save you, mutant!
Ooh. Shit, the other guy died.
If you can breathe, you can kill!
Go first, my kindred.
I hate that. I hate how the pox bursters can literally like send you into freaking the stratosphere.
The Emperor got your hand! Throwing grenade! Drag shot grenade!
Somebody called for a boom.
Cicadia! Stop it down! Move on! Hawk driver killed! Changing target! Get in there! Make them scream! Music station! The rock of the Emperor! Hawk driver eliminated!
Brilliant sharpshooter.
Eliminated! Close! Kill! And do it again! Prepper eliminated! Changing back!
Obstacle cleared. Move out to Columnus control.
Righteous work, Guardian!
I know, right? I love those clips. I saw the major airtime clip.
Sinners here speak of
How
a
rude.
sacrifice
How
in
rude of
Altona.
these pox
As if
bursters.
one pit of sin was not enough.
We don't talk about that. Nor will you if you're wise.
Target that top slimer! No time! Stand ready! Horde incoming!
Let's get kind.
Be judged. Up, Guardian! Heretic for me!
Neutralize the Ranger!
Purge these wretches!
Credits to your regiment!
The Emperor demands death, and I answer.
Ghostbusters detonated!
Ready, crackdown! Red corner!
Farewell, sniper!
The God Emperor seems to want me blessed with a hell of a lot of ammo. So hell yeah. Ooh, this is gonna be lovely. Ooh, basically close this door. Oh! Oh! At least it's not as bad as when it used to throw you out of the map. That was something else. Again.
Let's get to the killing!
There you go.
Getting real close. Ammo?
Why are you waiting? Free me!
Close and kill! Stop and move, freak!
Oh my god, saved him on just the last stop.
Go there!
Not really, board scope. Like, if somebody sponsors it for me to play, then I will. The reason is that I have to think about what can actually get me revenue. So unless like 70 people, much like when I stream Darktide, are gonna tune in the very second that I play the game, it's gonna be hard to be streaming that. So it'll depend a lot because I'm not a partner with that game. So if the devs want me, what y'all can do, if you really want to see me do it, write into the devs, ask them to sponsor me as a streamer, and I'll happily stream it. You can also sponsor it yourself if you're willing. My rate is for developers is actually $40 per hour, but now I don't get that from Darktide, but it will be what I would have to be paid to make up the lost revenue. So developers, I charge them $40 per hour for my time. For viewers, it's just $30 per hour. So yeah. I'm always open to doing other stuff, but ultimately I gotta feed my family, so I'm less likely to move away from content unless like Darktide was like really low on views by the time it came out. Then I'd be like, okay, sure. But for the most part, I usually don't. Like, I usually stick with content that is continuing to make me money. Yeah, sure. And look, I'm willing to take funding from multiple sources. As long as my time is covered and we have some potential viewership there, then I'm usually willing to play. Like I said, as long as I can feed my family off it, I'd be willing to stream some of that. But ultimately, you know, it comes down to, can I make some money off this? So a lot of people do ask me if I'll stream or play other games, but yeah, I always ask them the question, like, without being rude, I mean, it's always an Uno reverse question. Are you guys willing to pay to see the stream? Because if not, then I can't move away from that. Unless you're going to guarantee me that an audience of 200 is going to show up, then hell yeah, you know. Not a single donation, I'll still do it. But it depends on, like, either people have to pay to crowdfund it or bring me an audience. If you can guarantee me that, like, 200 people are going to show up, watch the ads as well, watch the whole stream, then I'm down. I would stream that for free. Like, legit, if somebody could get me, like, an audience of 60, 70, 80 people, like, they got their friends to all tune in, like, I'd be down for that. Doesn't have to be money.
Eliminated!
A reckoning comes for
Big biscuit!
The Emperor dies in my hands. The bomber is slain.
Yakuna! For the Emperor! Yakuna!
Can't land the Warcraft with the Skyfire defenses operational.
There is only war! Medical station!
Consider
Okay. Easy.
no longer. Hawkswalker, it's gonna explode.
Praxis 660! Leave none alive! Big Ranger! Trapper!
Skies are clear.
You're making progress,
There we go.
but your support
Stream's going good, default. Can't really complain. I'm just showing off all the different weapons that can work with my build, and I've demonstrated Revolver, Recon Last Guns, Plasma Gun everybody knows already. So yeah, I'm just showing all these different things because I know for a fact that all of this works. This is how we do it. And now I'm just showing the Columnus Mark V. Basically any weapon will work with it as long as you're obeying the core principles that I've taught across the board.
Praxis 66 kill!
Now, I don't know why, but I've noticed in the Asia region, they like to hold in the cart. It's usually a very, very bad idea to do so. Holding in the open is much better, because the cart can result in a lot of death by bombing. So, yeah, it's usually a very, very bad idea to hold in the cart. But it's always nice to see the tactical differences between regions. I may not understand why, because I'm used to certain different tactics, but for some reason they like to hold in here. Again, I always tell people don't do that. Very, very bad idea.
Reloading! Get them dead! Right here, right now.
I mean, could be, but snipers are not a problem. Any decent veteran, it's not like they don't know I'm a decent veteran. I've been literally covering their entire ass this time. So I don't know. You're in far more danger from snipers in here because there's nowhere to dodge. Like, where are you supposed to dodge, see?
Good kill.
That's why for me, I'm just like, whatever.
Broadside, my kindred.
May this grenade deliver holy fire!
That barrel's a mix of blood!
Grenade out! Hostile! Engage!
Power of fate! Oh, wretch! Time for a grenade!
And without Infernus, such a pain. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I really like the Columnus, but I find that without Infernus, like the Recon Mark II is a boss killer. Because Infernus just burns them out so easily. And still works though. This was high intensity shock troopers, we still cleared it.
Your reckoning is at hand,
You and your kickbacks.
Cowards!
So nerdy. Imagine liking the kickback, like, bruh. Bruh. Such a kickback lover. Kickback lover. But yes, all the shotguns, all the shotguns have crazy range. It's always funny, isn't it? Just like, phew. The Cantrail is the best shotgun. You know, what I find funny is that now everybody talks about Cantrail, but actually I was the first one to start using it again. Like, everybody was on the Agrippina or the Lawbringer because of some dude that said Lawbringer is good. Then I started using the Cantrail on my Zealot after Neo Luna told me about it, and I was like, is this the greatest thing? Then I started advertising, now everyone's on the Cantrail. Funny. But I guess that's how it goes. So yeah, as of today, so for those that have questions about this build, you can see that it's undeniable that this build works under literally all circumstances. Ideal choices would of course be, if you're talking rapid fire, then it would be best to go with the Recon last gun. If you're talking heavies, then Stub Revolver, Plasma Gun are your ideal choices, and those are the most solid choices you can get. But it'll work with anything. You want to slap on a bolter, auto gun, anything in the world, you can just throw it on. That's how good this build is. It'll just carry you. That being said, just be aware that you have to tweak it in accordance with what you're using. Like, if you're using a Recon last gun, please bring Shock Trooper, even if you have to sacrifice a bit of defenses for it. If you're gonna use something like a auto gun, then obviously you don't need Shock Trooper. Adjust as needed. You can go for some marksman or whatever, or you can take off stamina regeneration boost. Less, for example, on the Revolver, this is less important. You can go for more ability power, up to you, or you can like stick with my style and just go with more stamina regeneration. Depends on what you want, depends on how much you need, the power of Deadshot, all that kind of stuff. You always have the fast reload though, so yeah. This is basically what I'm running right now for pretty much any veteran, because Deadshot is a must pick. You literally cannot progress the tree without it, so, and certainly you don't want to use the bugged exhilarating toughness, which is going to increase your damage by 30%. So yeah. Okay. That brings us to the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then after that, I'll go film my video. Later, have a bit of a late lunch. Thank you all very much. You guys have been a wonderful audience. I will be back in the evening. Don't you worry. I will be back in the evening to do some more shenanigans, and we're going to be on the Psyker this evening. So yeah, I will show you guys all kinds of Psyker builds. Deadshot does not work at 0 stamina. Deadshot does not work at 0 stamina. FYI, I can show that right now before I go. If you guys had any questions about Deadshot working at 0 stamina, it doesn't. I can show you right now. Okay. Into the meat grinder. Deadshot has always gone off at 0 stamina. This has been across the board. So the very second you hit 0, no more Deadshot for you. Yep, see you guys. Oh, Wild Hunt, you lost your sexy green name. That's okay. You can get it back whenever you want. So when you have Deadshot on, there's a buff icon down the bottom that shows you if you drain it faster by shooting, and once you finish shooting, the buff icon turns gray, so it'll show you that Deadshot's no longer active. Your other buffs are still completely active, but not Deadshot. And if I don't recover any of my stamina, then nada, no Deadshot. See? But as soon as my stamina recovers, you'll see an icon down the bottom with Deadshot. So you'll be able to instantly see whether Deadshot is running or not. But for me, I don't worry about it. I know that it doesn't run at 0 stamina, so I just adjust accordingly. Like if I have to burn out a Mauler with my Deadshot on, I just burn it out like this and then it's dead. And I focus on shooting heads on other targets, get my Deadshot back a bit, and then go. This is why I like the Mark II. Okay? Happy to confirm. No problem. I'll see you guys this evening. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great one. See you this evening. We'll be on the Psyker. Catch you then.